Hello and welcome back to Bottom. My name is Beats. Today we're back with only a slight delay in the recording start. It is 9:30 only. I actually got home a lot earlier. I just got very distracted with something. Partially, I finally killed all like the 4 bosses for like the Golden Dragon bastard in SMT5, and also I have Yoshitsune now, so that's very nice. Yeah, let's see. Oh, he also just says fucking Freikugel X. I'd love to fucking see it. Hold on. There's just a fucking Narcissus and Valkyrie sitting here for no fucking reason. What kind of fuse them into, actually? I shouldn't be wasting stuff with the time with this, but hey. Oh, that actually makes it silky. Is actually a Zilky for nothing. That's not actually quite nice. No means bad. Just getting a few fucking demons summoning. Demon fusion, not summoning. Guess can I make now with that? Macabre, Kaivan. What are those? Now potentially I could fuse Silky with Sukuna Hikuna to make a new Valkyrie. Oh well. It reminds me I wanted to do some apotheosis. That is far better coverage. There we go. Now my main character is resistant against 3 elements and straight up blocks 2. Thank you for giving me your essence, Artemis. Artemis, not Athena. I'm fucking retarded. Anyways. Even the halls are wider here. It's completely different from my dorm.
ここは1階の廊下です。裏庭や2階へ、あとはトイレや温泉につながってますね。
Makes sense. Wait, you actually have a hot springs here.
すっごく気持ちいいよ。ちょっと見てみる？
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's quite a few. Some mountains aren't that bad when you look at them from a distance.
でしょ？ねどうですどうです？冬の魅力にやられちゃいましたか？
Well, this view makes a compelling case, I guess.
その反応、まだまだ出歴は遠いみたいですね。
Right, I almost forgot about the bet we've got going. I was already acting like I really belonged to this club. Like it might have slowly swallowed me before I even realized I wasn't its jaws.
ああ、橋の方は床が滑るんで気をつけてくださいね。
Right, that. Speaking of which, Unazuki mentioned something about it being difficult to clean. I can't blame them, given how... Well, I can't blame them, given how large it is. Wow, the scenery is great. With it being so open, aren't you worried somebody will peek at you out here?
ああ、ありますね。
It does?
そうなの？初耳なんだけど、どういうこと？ん？タラヒ先輩もあるんじゃないですか？ ゆきちゃんもしずり先輩も見られたことあるって言ってましたし。
What? Isn't that a really serious problem? Does the supervisor know?
知ってると思いますよ。あと覗き犯を撃退しに部長が鉄砲を持って出たことがありますね。いやー、あの時のバトルは熱かったです。
A rifle? Just what the hell is going on in this building?
大丈夫です。おもちゃの空気銃です。あの茂みからお尻が見えててですね、その辺を狙ってこうバーン。
もしかしてその覗きの犯人って。
イノシシですよ。
Come on, don't startle me like that.
うん。
Doesn't look like she's getting it. Well, it's not like her penchant for wording everything in a suggestive way started today.
時々この辺まで野生動物が降りてくることがあるんだ。で、そういう時は大きな音を立てて驚かせて山に返すの。
See, I guess that's just what you get for living so far up in the mountains. That said, why would Inaba have an air gun? Normally that's something the dorm's landlord or the club supervisor would deal with.
というわけで、三春先輩も大浴場をご利用の際は覗きには気をつけてくださいね。
Yeah, I'll just count myself lucky if I happen to catch a glimpse.
見られたらラッキー？岡崎くんってそういう。
No, don't read too deep into it. I'm not really into that kind of thing. Human languages sometimes really aren't the most convenient way to communicate.
はい、それじゃあ次は、そうですね、2階に行きましょうか。
We climb up the stairs to the second floor to find another large lounge.
みんなの部屋はこの階にあるの。
Oh, looks pretty fancy. Is that a stove oven? I love open stoves.
なんだか岡崎くんって暖房器具関係になるとテンション上がるね。
Huh? Come on, you can't deny that fireplaces are awesome. Simplistic antique vibe coupled with toasty warmth, but with a hint of danger. Like you know you'd get burned if you actually try to touch it, but you still kinda wanna.
でもこれ炭が危ないからあまり使われてないよ。そもそもこの量結構あったかいし。
See, that's unfortunate. I guess it makes sense.
ならいろりを実体験するために窓開けてちょっと寒くしてみ。
結構です。
It's fine!
そんなに強く拒否しなくても、しかもシンクロしてまで。
I have to doubt your sanity for even coming up with such an idea.
本当に三春先輩って寒いのダメなんですね。少しはタルヒ先輩を見て一緒になって拒否ってましたよね。それは
教養は冬嫌いを悪化させるだけじゃないかな。それにまだまだ他にも良さを伝える方法はあると思うよ。
それもそうですよね。いろりは部長の部屋にもありますし、その良さは部長に直接説明してもらった方がいいでしょうし。カノンさん、浮かれてうっかり勇み足でした。すいません。
No, it makes me feel guilty when you apologize so passionately, so stop that, okay?
はい、それもそうですね。わかりました。カノンさん、全力で普通にします。
Canon. Well, it's not like she just started acting weird today. What's with the sigh? Something wrong?
いや、ちょっと暑いというか、ちょっと暑くない？
Really? Right, Himaguri, you're covered in sweat. Are you okay?
ほら、今日はいろいろあって汗をかいちゃったから。ねえ、もうベタついちゃって。
Well, I suppose you're right. The Yudamaru part was particularly tiring.
そうそう。だからちょっと自分の部屋に戻って着替えてくるね。かのんちゃんもそうしたら？
それもそうですね。制服のままだとどうにもこうにも窮屈で、精神的に。
それじゃあ岡崎くん、ちょっと待っててね。
すみません、三春先輩。パパッと着替えてきますから、ちょっとだけ待っててください。
Alright, and you don't need to hurry for me, okay? Kanon grins and chortles as she runs back to her room. Well done. Got some time to myself, so I might as well use a look around. But as I take my very first step... Did I step on something? What's that? Pick up the object to realize it's something quite familiar to me. This is a hand warmer. It's still hot. Look a little further ahead and spot another. Then another bit further on. And then another one. There's a whole path of hand warmers. The trail leads me to a certain room, almost like breadcrumbs from a fairy tale. This the room that Meguri just went into, isn't it? All the heaters I've packed up are the kind you attach with an adhesive sheet, and they're all still warm. From the looks of it, they must have been stuck to this inside of someone's clothes, and somehow ended up peeling off. Whoever uses this amount of heat is pretty much on the same level as me. As I piece together the puzzle in my mind, the door in front of me opens. Himiguri peeks her head out of the crack and scans the floor as though searching for something. I'm standing behind the door so she can't see me from her angle. Hey. I wasn't peeking or anything, just so you know. I found these on the floor. Then her eyes fix on the heap of heaters piled up in my hands. You were just looking for them, weren't you? You're really bad at lying, you know. These are yours, aren't they? The fact that her voice is trembling proves it more than anything. There was a path of them leading to your room. It's not really any of my business. Here, you can have them back. I'm not going to say anything, but why are you so desperate to hide that you're not good with the cold? Huh? Himaguri! What's this all about? Himaguri pulls me into the room and stands in front of the door to bar my escape. I kind of figured that part out. Well, I mean, I've seen how you act in the classroom. Besides, we talked about the greatness of hand warmers right after I transferred here, remember? Why are you hiding it from everyone in the Winter Club? Yeah, I can kind of see how that played out. Like a snowball rolling down from the mountain, an initial small lie ended up turning into a giant boulder. When I was a kid, I pretended one time that I had a video game that I actually didn't. I ended up being seriously embarrassed later when I was found out. Hey, don't start sulking on me now. Now what am I supposed to do? Guess I'm not going anywhere, so take a look around the room. The room is very Japanese. Not really, I love tatami, especially its grassy smell. And sometimes you end up getting the lines imprinted on your face. We chuckle and fall into an awkward silence again, our eyes wandering. So what's through that window over there? Seriously? You did mention something like that, but wow, that's amazing. Just how fancy is that? Is it a hot spring too? And if I moved in this dorm, I'd get a room like this too. This is nuts. I'm seriously conflicted right now. I might be leaning towards joining at this very moment. Oh, look! Seriously!
ね
Since both of us are huge cold haters, we managed to communicate our feelings without actually having to explain them. You know, this is my first time in the girls' room. It's surprisingly relaxing. Being at my grandma's house. Oh, he's got a Chinese ink painting? That's so old school.
初めて男の子に中を見られたのに、おばあちゃんの部屋みたいって。
Huh? Oh, I meant it in a good way.
それは全てが OK に逆転する便利ワードじゃないよ。というか、とりあえずフォロー感がす
No, I didn't mean to even...
ダルヒ先輩、ミハル先輩見かけないんですけど知りませんか？
Himiguri's panicked eyes desperately ask me for guidance. Oh, I'm in here!
ああ、そうなんですね。お邪魔します。
Himiguri collects all the heaters at almost supersonic speeds and stuffs them under her kotatsu.
そろそろ部長の準備が終わったみたいなんで行きましょうか。
そうなんだ。そうだね。
どうしたんですか？そんなに息を切らして。バク転の練習でもしてました？
カノンちゃんじゃないんだから、そんなことできないよ。後転ですら最後にへちょってなるのに。
人手みたいになりますよね。
そんな風に見えてたの？
Now you're getting me curious.
そんな物欲しそうな顔してもしないんだから。
いえ、でもあれはあれで体の柔らかさという。
そんなフォローいらないよ。ほらほら、ウサ先輩が待ってるんでしょ。急ぐ。
Wonder if we could actually like see a tail on her.
説明し忘れてましたけど、2階から屋上にも上がれるんですよ。
I forgot if there was a tail in like that first CG. Conan says that to me as we return to the first floor. Oof, sounds like a very cold place. Huh. Is there even anything up there?
特に何も。強いて言うなら、景色がいいことぐらい？
Alright, then I don't think I have any business there.
雄大な自然が広がって気持ちいいですよ。こう、大声で叫びたくなる感じで。
Which do you think is more important to me, the scenery or not losing my warmth?
はあ、そうですよね。考えるまでもないことでした。
So anyway, where's Inaba anyway? Where's Inaba exactly?
ああ、裏庭です。裏にはこっちから出られますよ。はい、長靴どうぞ。
Stoop in front of a veranda and put on the boots handed to me. When I raise my head... You know, it's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. You know what? Fuck it. I'm really gonna be better safe than sorry. I'm gonna fucking actually censor that. So it's 0, 18, 20. See a lone valley nestled between soft white hills and... Ah!
ああ、岡崎くん、いたのか。
Good that I had the foresight, because now she's just straight up standing there fully naked. Hold on, Oh, that is still censored like that. I would have noticed that if that showed up between the text box. Let me just check, though. If I skip back here...
ああ、岡崎くん、
I
いた
didn't
の
check
か。
proper. Fuck. I clicked in order to get the scene to the next one.
ああ、
Okay,
岡
the
崎く
text
ん、
box
いたの
appeared
か。
and then the model appeared. Good to know. What happened to your clothes?
ん？いや、あまりにも雪の積もり方が綺麗でね。全身で感じたくなって。ね。我ながらはしゃいで恥ずかしい。
You're being embarrassed at the wrong part! No, actually, what I meant that, jeez, put this on at least!
Oh.
I take off my jacket and wave in her direction, my eyes firmly focused away from the
悪い
scene.
ね。ああ、暖かい。 やはり人のぬくもりは心地いいものだね。
ウーサ先輩、またそんな格好で。今日は岡崎くん来てるんですよ。
いや、どうにも処女雪を見るとこう気分がハイになってしまってね。お恥ずかしい。
Keep being embarrassed about the wrong thing!
なるほど。ならカノンさんも。
Hey, I don't know what makes you think. I don't know what makes sense to you in this situation, but take your hands off your clothes and step back from the snow.
はい、うさうさ、着替え。
ああ、ユキ、ありがとう。
制服も回収しておいたよ。せっかくカゴを用意したんだから忘れないであげてね。
準備が思いのほか早く終わって暇になってね。そうしたらもういても立ってもいられなくなってスポーンさ。
Your description is passionate and eloquent. I can't emphasize whatsoever. I hope the rustling I'm hearing right now is her putting on a new set of clothes. It is, right? This place is nuts. I was only trying to get outside, but so I ended up running into snow-based exhibitionism. Into some snow-based exhibitionism. I can't even... Nothing here makes sense.
岡崎くんもごめんね。驚いたでしょ。うーちゃん、基本こういう人だから。
At the cost of coming off as rude. That doesn't really function as much of an explanation.
百聞は一見にしかず。その五感で感じればいい。
I think we have an issue if I even used sight at this situation. I think we would have an issue if I even used sight in this situation. Never mind the others. Or rather, I feel like I'd already seen far too much and I have no intention of making it worse. An act and an accident are two completely different things. In one there's intent, while in the other, I just happen to see those soft Ah! Calm down!
岡崎くん、もう振り向いても平気だよ。
I twist my head slightly to see Himuguri forcing an awkward smile. Be sure to take a deep breath and turn around.
いや、お騒がせしたね。
Better. That's actually quite a nice outfit. Does she have a fucking cane? The fuck? Why does she have a cane? It's fine. It's not like I end up being scarred for life or anything.
ふわ、岡崎。あんた何にやけ顔できしょいこと言ってんの？寝起きからドン引きだわ。
Shut up, you've got nothing to do with what? Miss Misumi?
はい？
The perverted women are multiplying!
チージョタ、なんだチージョタ。私が家で風呂上がりにどんな格好してようが私の勝手だろ。みすみ先生、いつの間に？なあ、風呂入ってたら寝ちゃってさ。だから寝起き&風呂上がり。先生、お風呂入って寝ちゃ危ないですよ。いや、外寒いじゃん。だからこう体の芯まで温まると眠くなるんだよね。それだけじゃない。というか、アルコール臭。まあ今日も職員会議がくっそ長くてさ、ふて寝して飲まなきゃやってらんねえってなもんよ。
Bath, sleepiness, alcohol, that's like the worst combination you could come up with.
大丈夫大丈夫。ちゃんとさっき吐いてきてすっきりしてるから。
I'm not talking about now! And you're puking after waking up?
細かいな。私はもうとっくに、いや、ちょっと前に成人してんだから、全部自己責任なの。だから何が起きても誰のせいにもしやしないよ。
Did he just start saying ages and change it to a short while? If my memory serves correctly, she's 29. She has been known to joke about how that's probably no different than 30 for school kids like ourselves. Huh? It's Misumi, you said you were in the bath, right? But we were just out there and I didn't see you.
あの風呂、死角があんのよ。普通に風呂入ってるだけじゃ気づかないようなね。そこがまた風通しが良くて気持ちよくてさ。あ、岡崎？覗くんじゃないよ。
That hadn't even crossed my mind.
あそこで寝てたんですね。そりゃ気づかないわけです。
で、 まあなんか気分悪くなったから上がって風呂場のトイレで終えって外に出たら岡崎が半裸のうさこと一緒にいてさ、もうドン引き、また吐くかと思った。
Hey, if anyone should be creeped out here, it's me! You, on the other hand, sound like you do this on a regular basis.
で、なんで岡崎がここにいるのさ。
I was undergoing a period of trial membership in the club here, and...
あれ今日だっけ？つうか、岡崎だったんだ。先生、ちゃんと説明したのに聞いてなかったんですか？おととい風呂入ってる時に、だっけ？昨日4本目の缶ビールを開けながら恋愛ドラマに、こんなのありえねえって突っ込んで管巻いてた時。
Oh.
はは、そりゃ覚えてないわけど、
Seriously, you're just gonna crack one open mid-conversation in front of these students?
飲ませてるわけでも共有してるわけでもないから問題ないし、全部私が飲むから。いや、むしろ私の給料で買ったものだ。頼まれても飲ませてやるものか。
I'm sure there's a hint of truth in the social commentary you've got going on here. But man, when you let yourself go, you go all the way down!
出すもん出した後のビールは最高ね。こう、喉にしみるわ。
Pleasant? That's permanent damage due to throwing up stomach acid!
岡崎、やけに詳しいわね。あんた、もしかして。
Why? What? I don't drink if that's what you're implying. I've seen it after family gatherings before, that's all.
なんだ、晩酌の相手してもらおうと思ったのに残念。
Are you sure you'd want to drink with me?
はあ？んなもの、女の子は大事な体だからダメだけど、男のあんたがどんだけ飲んで玉なし不能野郎になろうと、自己責任でしょ？
There are so many things that teachers shouldn't say in that sentence. I don't even know where to start.
うっさいな。なんで寮の中でまでお仕事モードでいなきゃいけないのよ。社会人ってのはね、上手にオンオフを切り替えるものなの。わかる？ほら、夜は娼婦のようにって言うじゃない？
It's useless. I'm talking to a witless drunkard here. I'll just be bogged down in convoluted nonsense if I try to argue, or even worse, if I try to argue, or even worse, puked on. I never knew just how deep your irresponsibility was ingrained, Miss Misumi.
でも、今日はマシな方だよ。
は？
そうですね。服着てますし。
目の下のクマもなくて、血行も良さそうだし。下着もまだ2日目。
カーディガンは5日目か。
何ドン引きしてんの？私はもともと汗かかない体質なんだよ。汁っ気も少ないんだよ。ほら、嗅いでみ？嗅いでみ？
Miss Misumi!
ダメですって、ミスミ先生！
That's right, tell her!
口元の吹き切れてない分が岡崎くんの
あ
髪に。何マジになってんの？そんなの死にゃしないって。
No, it will! I'm going to die mentally at the shave!
男のくせに細かいね。
Really all over the place for an adult, you know. I'm sure that's one of the main reasons you don't have a boyfriend. Huh? Feel the temperature in the room suddenly drop about 20 degrees. The window's open, but it hasn't actually got that much cold in yet. It must be more of a figurative phenomenon. Look around wondering what could have possibly caused such an icy chill. Everyone's avoiding my gaze. Did I just step on a landmine? Yes, you did.
なんだ今、婚約者の有無とか関係ねえだろうがよ。婚約者はよ
I suppose it doesn't, especially since I'm pretty sure I said boyfriend. You're jumping way ahead of that.
はあ彼氏の上位互換が婚約者だっていうのかあんた、お見合い結婚ディスってんのつーか悪かったわね。今のところお見合い18戦全引き分けですが何かは全敗違うね。相手が結婚したりゃそりゃ負けだけど、お互い独身なら引き分けだろうが。あ、いや、そういう意味じゃ、母親の電話で結婚したとかなんとか聞いて、だんだんと黒星が増えて、ひふみ。って全敗じゃねえか。なんだ私は独身男を結婚させるための当て馬かベテラン当て馬か独身厩舎のフル株女王様か
Miss Misumi.
ヒーンかヒヒーンって男に色目作って抜けば結婚できるのかよ
He's crying.
泣いてね炭酸爆ガチャをろ過した液体が漏れてるだけだ
They don't call them tears due to their chemical makeup. Oh my god, she's loud. Feel a hand on my shoulder as I stare
こ
dumbfounded.
れが反婚活なんて負け犬の傷の舐め合いかっこ笑いと笑っていた女の末路
I'm starting to get scared. I can't look directly at her for some more reasons than one.
先生基本的には陽気になるだけのいいお酒なんだよ
Yeah, I've heard that before as a stock phrase to defend people from becoming uncontrollable when drunk.
でも今日は珍しくひどく荒れてるねなあ岡崎もうこの際岡崎でもいいや先生の名字を解明させてくれないかな
Now you're asking one of you students, just how desperate are you?
大丈夫後腐れないように2週間ぐらいしたら席は抜いていいから
You're not just coming up with this on the spot, are you? You've actually spent some time deliberating this. I can tell.
だって社会は女に働けとか言うけどあれって社会に出たら全員大人ぐらいいい加減な発言だぞ
I understand how you feel, Miss Misumi.
じゃあとりあえず席入れるか
Sorry, no can do.
最近の若者には思いやりがない
But understand how you feel, so why don't you sleep on this and...
やだ
Huh?
いけない岡崎くん
What?
おかじゃあきー
Ah! Miss Misumi suddenly wraps her arms tightly around my hips. Whoa, she may be a drunkard, but that apparently doesn't make her boobs any less soft. What? Huh? Wait, are those clouds? What's happening? Am I in the sky? Am I flying? I hear the Winter Club shout in the distance. Spinster homeroom's teacher suplex. Huh? Huh? Was I just thrown? How far did I fly? I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach, but I'm too startled to process the extent of the situation, so I reflexively jump to my feet and brush myself off. Ugh, damn it, I forgot. It's all in my mouth. What on earth was that? As I turn to address the girls, the breath is taken out of my lungs mid-sentence. Where the dome should be, all I can see now is snow. It's too late to dodge now.
さすがソフトボール県大会予選準決勝まで上り詰めたゆかちゃん先生のウィンドミル投法。みはる先輩の鼻っ柱を見事捉えました
I can't tell if I'm meant to be impressed by that fact, or... Why, that's not what I should be thinking right now. But Miss Misumi, what do you...
岡崎が先生の心をもてあそんだからな
There should be a limit to how far you can misrepresent things!
バッキ野郎コンマ1秒でもその気にさせたらそれはもう火遊びだろうが
No way, are you serious? You're just taking out your frustration on me!
はい示談
Don't armor like that, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
シュー
Ah! I run and hide behind a chest-high wall of snow that is handily exactly where I need it. Dang, that snowball had the strength of a cannonball. I could break bones. Thank you, God, for this wall. But why is it even here?
私が雪合戦のために準備していたのさ。
Cowering under machine gun fire of snowballs, I suddenly realized Inaba is right here
あ
beside me.
と上着。ありがとう。必要だろ？
Yeah, thanks. I happily take the coat back. Glad to be reunited with my sanctuary of warmth. It's freezing out here. I'm glad you still had it on you.
ああ、私も助かったよ。おかげで。
Whoops.
ああ、私も助かったよ。おかげで腰を冷やさずに済んだよ。
You realize this is a coat, right? How were you wearing it?
言わせる機会？
Her blush tells me all I need to know. I place my hand on the snow wall with a sigh. Pretty serious about just preparing barricades and all.
ああ、当然弾もあるぞ。
Following Nipple's gaze to see a mound of snowballs piled up on the ground. Ah, so that's what she's been up to. That means the other side has ammunition as well, right?
ああ、だから本当は夕飯の後にでもしようと思っていたのだが。
Inaba peeks her head around the side of the barricade and launches one of her snowballs.
このまま戦闘開始といこう。タルヒ君はこちら、カノン君は先生のチームだ。
What?
はい、負けませんよ。待って、隠れるまでは狙わないで。
The two girls take their places on their respective sides. And then we go to war. What about Unazuki?
ああ、しずりは後方待機だ。
Why's that?
仲間外れではない。いざという時、手当てをする人は必要だろ。
With that, she grabs what looks like a pair of pliers with round sockets in the end and uses them to scoop up and compress some snow. Once she releases the grip, a perfectly formed snowball pops out. Of course, they have a snowball maker. Just how seriously do you take this?
何事も本気にならねばわからないものさ。
そうだぞ岡崎。いつまでも隠れてないでかかってきな。勝てば先生のおっぱい揉ませてやるぞ。
Sonny just looks over and he's like, give me a snowball. What?
先
I'll remind you of those words once this is over!
生。ああ、いいとも。その代わり負けたらこの雪玉製造機で
Feel my what?
挟んでやる。
Just because you said it in a cute voice doesn't mean it'll happen. You're just making it creepier.
みんなほどほどに頑張ってね。
So the snowball fight escalates into a full-blown snowball war. Naturally, we quickly run out of ammunition, and with the distance between us shrinking, the longer the fight goes on, we end up just shoving snow down each other's coats. And yet no one surrenders. Everyone is fully invested in the game, including me. Death before dishonor. Can't let her scoop my precious. It feels nice. I'm soaking in a hot bath after our hour-long snowball fight. Originally, Inaba had only planned it to be a light unwinding after dinner, but because of Miss Misa, we ended up both starting earlier and heating up more than expected. The reason for that was simple. After losing the first round, Miss Misa suddenly claimed we were playing 2 out of 3. And then when we lost the following 2, I managed to plead my case to make it 3 out of 5. After an hour of battle and in a draw 4-all, it was Inazuki that stopped us in the end. It seemed like she'd become unable to take it any longer once the whole thing turned into a mudslinging. Now to think about it, it was actually the perfect time for a ceasefire. Especially since she mentioned we'd missed the best time to eat dinner if we didn't go inside then and there. Everybody had gone all out. Could have made an orchestra out of the rumbling our stomachs by then. Though we also unanimously agreed that we definitely need to clean ourselves up before having dinner. This bath feels pleasant beyond words, and Yuki's special hot pot is waiting for me downstairs. All is well with the world. As I soak my tired limbs, savor the caress of the hot springs. I feel like the warm water is slowly washing all my stress away. I can't believe they can do this every day. There's a whole other level from the smelly tub and the boys to the warm. It actually feels like I'm in another world at this point. And I've got a strawberry rice cake to look forward to after this. Unazuki had insisted I take one before getting in the bath because I probably needed more calories being a boy. I've been provided with a warm room and a hot spring surrounded by pristine, untouched nature. There's really nothing I can complain about right now. Damn it, I really can't think of a reason to refuse joining their club at this point. If I join, I'll be allowed to live here. Feel like I'm being baited by stuff other than the actual club, but fortunately can't quite find any problems with this deal. Except for the fact that I personally hate winter. Would it be rude to join this kind of club when I don't actually care for the season? Just I'm buying a steamed bun because of the dough rather than the filling. Complete inversion of priorities. Can't get my head around this. But it's not like I can do anything about my aversion to cold. I never make snow sculptures or participate in snow fights voluntarily. That's for damn. And I wouldn't make snow sculptures and participate in snow fights voluntarily. That's for damn sure. Then again, I've got to admit, all of those things were pretty fun.
今日は楽しかったですね。
だね。最近の雪合戦じゃ一番盛り上がったかも。
Ha! That's Kanon and Himaguri's voices. Huh? What are you doing here? And Izuka told me to take a bath in here. Whoops. Did you forget to tell him? But more importantly, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, I'm panicking.
今日は汗いっぱいかいちゃったからしっかり洗わないと。手伝う。いやもう一人でできるよ。
あまりはしゃいで転ばないように。
They're all here! Quickly jump up and hide purely on reflex. What am I supposed to do now? The longer I stay here, the worse trouble I'll be in when they find out. I have a scene that walks straight out of my dirtiest dreams right in front of me, but I'm too panicked to actually enjoy it. That said, I shouldn't watch. But then again, it'd be such a waste not to! Arrgh! Okay, let's calm down and think of a way out of the situation. What if I announce myself? No, it's probably a bit too late for that now. Should I follow in Miss Musumi's footsteps and fake being asleep? No, that won't work. Just spent the last few hours warning her about doing exactly that. It'd be really hypocritical of me to instantly do the exact same thing. More importantly, they might think I've been hiding here on purpose because Miss Misumi told me about it being a blind spot. Damn her and her big mouth. But wait, I'm the only one in the first place because I'm only here in the first place because Unozuki suggested I should take a bath. Okay, so what did she say? I might discover some sort of hint to get myself out of the situation.
汚れちゃった制服お洗濯しておくからその間にお風呂入っておく？
You can do that for me? Thanks, to tell the truth, my clothes are kind of a mess from all the sweat and snow.
岡崎くん結構熱中してたもんね。
No, I didn't expect to be taking a bath here.
そっか。そうだよね。どうしよう。
I have my gym stuff with me. I could just wear that.
ダメだよ。汗かいたものをまた着るなんて繁殖した雑菌だらけなんだから。そうだ。後でバスローブ置いておくからそれを使って。乾燥が終わるまではそれで我慢してね。バスタオルは積んであるのを使ってね。あと、お風呂の中のは何を使ってもいいから。
Okay, thank you very much.
それじゃ、また後でね。
Okay. Can't see anything strange in that conversation. Huh? Then why? I even left my clothes in the changing room. Shirt, socks, and underwear are all just lying there. Surely they would have known I wasn't here. I think I shoved them into the washing machine out of habit. The boys' dorm also has a washing machine in the dressing room, so I always stick my clothes in there as soon as I undress. That's why I didn't realize I was here. Damn, I didn't think about that. That doesn't matter now. The only thing I care about is getting out of the situation unnoticed. I want to still washing themselves in the showers. Circle around, maybe I could.
タルちゃん、先生洗うの手伝って。
Did that show anything down there? Surprisingly, I don't think so. Yeah, the Kanon Booba is just barely off screen. I don't think that counts, considering that... Yeah, I'll consider this still to be safe. Yeah, it's still safe.
もうミスミ先生、いくらだるいからって自分で洗ってくださいよ。へえ。 なんかもう全身全霊で雪合戦してガス欠。もう、うちの妹たちと同じじゃないですか。しょうがないな。いいお湯ですね。
まったくだ。本気の雪合戦をした後の入浴は格別だよ。
Damn it, there's no way I can get out now! Spent too long thinking, it's too late to escape now. Now I have no choice but to stay put and pray I won't be
いやー
spotted.
でも美晴先輩より先に入っちゃっていいんですかね。
どうしてだい？
私実家にいた時は男の人が絶対優先だったんでちょっと罪悪感が。
ああ、なるほど。そこは気にしなくても良いと思うが。しずり。
なーに？わあ、先生じっとしてて。動いたら洗えませんよ。だって他人に体洗われんのって何度やられても慣れなくて特に姫。
Just how useless can one person be? You'd never think she was the only adult in the group. Is Hime a pet name she uses for Hime
我
Beauty?
慢してください。というか先生こうでもしないと適当に終わらすじゃないですか。ああ、一度二度こすったらそれでいいでしょ。赤なんて自然に落ちるのを待てばいいんだ
She's
か
a
ら。
fucking mess.
それは油分が多いとダメなんです。お酒のおつまみ食べ過ぎで血もドロドロなんですから。そうですよ。ってごめん、うちゃん。なんだっけ。
ああ、岡崎くんだが、もうお風呂には入ってるんだよな。
そのはずだよ。ちゃんとお風呂の使い方も説明したし。今頃はあれ、タルちゃん、男湯って今お湯張ってたっけ。
Men's bath!
前にみずみ先生が盛大にやらかしてから掃除してそのまんまですね。だよね。岡崎くんちゃんとお湯張れたかな。スイッチ一つだから大丈夫だと思うけれど。
Excuse me, what? There are separate baths for men and women in here. But I didn't see any signs hinting at
あ、
that.
そうだ。もし岡崎くんが入部するってことになったらのれん買わなきゃですね。ああ、そうね。今度買ってきておくね。
ああ、よろしく頼む。
Curtains! They must have differentiated the bath with curtains before. Crap, I guess Inuzuki naturally assumed I'd be bathing in the men's area. But I was only shown the way to this bath, so of course now it all makes sense. Man, everyone here should really start to introduce a little clarity into their speech. I might have figured out the situation, but I still have no idea what to do about it. Honestly, God, now that you have figured out what the fuck is happening, just like, I was only shown the way to this bath.
ずり、脇腹ばっかりこすりすぎ。
because of that. No, that's what I wanted to do. Actually, technically, I barely still don't have to because there's bubbles in the way, but I'm already censoring something, so I may as well just go for it. I can also close that. So that is, let's see, 25, 0, 48, 25. There we go.
あ、ごめんなさい。ぼーっとしてて。というか先生、自分で洗ってくださいよ。極楽極楽。やっぱり二人にこうして洗ってもらうと気持ちいい。あ、いつも思うんですけど、なんで二人なんですか？こだわりですか？いつも言ってるけど、時間短縮のためだよ。あとなんかハーレムみたいじゃん。権力者の主治肉林って感じがして別の意味で気持ちいい。こら先生、何言ってるのかな、この地方公務員は。あ、いや、権力者というよりソープ王か。そう、私は今ソープ王に限りなく近い女。 首？そういうことじゃなくて、なんで女子の乳首いじるのだけ上手くなっていくんだろうね。どうせなら男のちっぽこいじるスキルが上がれば役に立ちそうなのに。実践する機会がないから時間の無駄。
50-25. 0, 50, 25.
なあ、泡飛ばしながら何言ってんのこの少女姫様。あれか、白雪姫のスノーホワイトとバージンスノーをかけたダジャレってかかってないじゃん。近いだけじゃん私。つうか何、さっきから泡飛ばしてるのは私に泡姫になれって言ってんの？落ち着いて先生というか、先っぽクリクリ。いや、落ち着けないねズリ。どうなのさ、どうなのさ、あんたのこの硬くなったここがちっこだとして気持ちいいと思う？知りませんというか前から言ってますけど、ズリって言わないでください。さ、私も前から言ってるけど、ズリって普通のあだ名じゃん。というかズリって結構むっつりうりうり。やめてください。あ、否定しないんだ。
She didn't deny it! My word, why am I hovering around eavesdropping? Now's hardly the right time to do this for this sort of thing, isn't it? I have to save these couple of seconds in the incognito tab of my internal spank bank and act as though I never heard.
ミスミ
I
先
heard
生、
nothing.
あんまりしてるとしずりさんに手伝ってもらえなくなりますよ。ごめんズリ、このまま行かせるから許して。もう真顔で何言ってるんですか。悪いと思ってるならじっとしててください。お互いに洗い合おう。自分を洗ってください。こんな巨乳でも貧乳でもデブでもスレンダーでもない水を弾かなくなった面白みのない体、触って何になるのよ。なんで私たちが怒られて。だから先生、ダメ。そっか、そうだよね。ミスミ先生。こんなズリや姫に比べたらミイラの方が近いみそじ女の干上がった肌なんて、生殖本能で脳みそゆだってる男子ぐらいしか興味ないわよね。どうしてそう毎回極端な方向に。
そうだ、生殖本能で脳みそがゆだっている男子でも確率は半々。
なら私ちょっくら男湯行ってくる。どうして？岡崎だって男だろ。生殖本能で脳みそ溶けてる可能性が。受精もたい既成事実作成チャンス。うわー、本気でダメだこの人。しずりさん、そっちから抑えてください。お願い、行かせて。お願い、二重の意味でマジで。先生ダメ、行かないで。我慢して。くそ、誰だ。婚姻制度とか作ったやつは。既成事実があれば OK でいいじゃん。段階踏むのめんどくせえんだよ。うわー、先生の叫びが悲痛すぎる。なんだかすっごく胸が痛いよ。タルちゃん、あれ。そうですね。もうあれしかないですよね。お前ら何。こちょこちょこちょこちょ。こちょこちょこちょ。いや、こら、くすぐった。
Honest to God, I wouldn't even be like if I was in his spot, in his position right now. I wouldn't be like, oh, I should be looking like this is heaven, but no, I mustn't. I'd just be sitting there like, what the fuck is happening anymore? Just let me leave, please. This is getting ridiculous.
まだねえ、まだもう少しって。いや、
entire body twitches as her primal scream echoes around the tiled shower room. What the fuck? Why are her eyes empty and why is she drooling? What? Her lust and anger have just disappeared. That's the face of an empty husk devoid of all emotion. I'll say that with bedroom eyes. Cover my mouth, doing my best not to burst out laughing.
やっと落ち着きましたね。だね。あ、
Whoops.
先生、よだれ。
Drooling just when I thought the situation had calmed down, the gags keep coming. I'm already having a hard time breathing in this thick steam as is. Never mind now that my sides are splitting.
いやー、いつ見てもゆかちゃん先生のテンションの差はすごいですね。ある種の極地ですよね。
極地であり、極地でもあり、極地でもある。
つまりトリプル極地。トリキョですね。先生、ナイストリキョ。ああ、こういうのを 3K って言うんでしたっけ。お父さんが言ってました。
Seems the knife of innocence is cutting deep today. Unozuki takes a good look at Miss Misumi's disheartened visage, her eyes almost completely rolled back into her
で
head.
も荒れてるのってやっぱり岡崎くんが来たからかな。
It's my fault.
ああ、それはあるかもしれませんね。先生、最近ずっと気にしてましたし。
どちらかというと、お酢の匂いに発情しただけかと。
もう、ゆきちゃんってば。でも、今日は岡崎くん、いっぱい頑張ってくれましたよね。だね。寒い寒いと言いつつ、朝から雪像作り手伝ってくれたよね。
そうですね。寒いのが苦手なのに雪合戦最後まで手を抜かずにやってくれましたし。
よだまるの中に入ってカノカノの代わりに玉を潰されたし。
潰れちゃったんですか。すみません、みはる先輩。私なんてお詫びすれば。
大事には至ってないはずだから、そこまで気にしなくていいと思うよ。
あ、触って確認した。
いやいや、電車の中で本人が言ってたじゃない。っていうか、みんな一緒にいたよね。
ああ、そうでしたっけ。
I did, but you were probably too busy grilling cuttlefish to pay any attention.
まあ、何にせよ。冬の魅力が少しでも伝わればいいさ。
だね。
Everyone nods and eat up his words, except for 30-year-old soulless husk.
私、うーちゃんが岡崎くんと一緒にいると楽しそうって言ったの、よくわかった。
だろ？
ああ、私もです。なんだかお兄ちゃんができたみたいで、あんなに本気で雪合戦したの久しぶりですから。
雪像作りの弟子にしてやらんでもないこともないレベル。
それ、結局はしてないような気が。あれ？してるのかな？
とかく、これで体験入部は滞りなく終わった。あとは彼がどう感じるか。
人事を尽くして天命を待つ。だね。
というかうさうさ、まだ雪鍋が残ってる。
ああ、そうだったね。これは湿気。
ああ、楽しみですね。今日みたいな寒い日はゆきちゃんのお鍋に限るんですよね。
だね。今日はひときわ寒いし楽しみだな。
Hearing them all talk so naturally, I can't help but think, is this really something I should be listening to?
見て、外。
I reflexively look towards the window in response to Himaguri's shout.
通りで寒いわけだ。
降ってきましたね。
ふふ。雪をもっと降れ。さすれば我が雪鍋の味がさらに高まる。
事実だから怖いんだよね。すごい不思議システムだよね。
降雪に混じるおぼろ月を風呂から。何度見ても良い景色だ。
岡崎くんも今、同じものを見てるのかな。
Whoops, fuck. No, I can't let this go on any longer. I'm sorry! Seems my body has made up my mind for me and steps out into the open of its own. All except Yuka. The collective intake of breath removes what was left of the heat in the room. I continue nonetheless. I'm sorry to tell the truth, I've been here from the start, but as you can see, I have my eyes closed and I've covered my nether regions.
なんか風俗とか訳ありの女が顔を隠す感じだけどな。
What?
なんで三原先輩が。
あれ岡崎くんは男湯では？
I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. What the fuck? Did he just... whoops, I accidentally pressed the wrong button and suddenly I have to censor again. They're like 45. No. It's 1 already. 1, 0, 0, like 45. Oh, his towel fell. Oh no. I'm really sorry!
ほうほう。
Ooh. Hey, I understand you feel like throwing things at me, but please pick something lighter than chips. Yeah, there's stars in here. Yukikoi. What am I doing here? When I opened my eyes, I found myself tucked in a futon laid out in front of the fireplace on the second floor. Yukikoi is standing beside me. I can see the worry in her eyes.
岡崎くん、お風呂で頭を打って、気絶してて。
I regret getting rid of it immediately. 1, 2, 15. I see. I'm sorry.
怒ってないよ。
Though her flushed face pretty much tells me she's super embarrassed instead. That was awkward. My head hurts like a bitch. I think I'll get something to drink.
起き上がっちゃダメ。
Huh? Starts to get up, I notice an odd feeling on my chest. Why am I wearing a bathrobe? Probably been tossing and turning in bed as the front has been completely undone. Thank God I didn't stand up right away. I would have exposed myself for the whole world to see, and the chaos would have reigned once again.
誰も着せられなかったから、ウサ先輩がとりあえずって着せたんだよ。
Ah, I see. Thanks.
なんも。
It's crazy that the situation seems to have messed up her dialect.
あと、はい、制服。後ろ向いておくから着替えて。
Okay, thanks. I spot a strawberry rice cake resting on the pile of clothes she hands me. The same one Shizuri gave me before my bath. Left in the clothes basket, but it seems like they found it for me. My uniform feels kind of warm, probably because it was dried just recently. Could it be that Tarui was here waiting for me to wake up the whole time?
後ろ向くね。
Himaguri, wouldn't it be better if you just stepped out for a moment?
そりゃ当然そうだよね。でもなんでこうなってるか説明もしたいから。
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Sure, go ahead. Himaguri nods, turns around, and walks a few steps away from the fireplace. I stand with my back facing her as well, and promptly begin to change. So?
あの後、しずりさんから聞いたの。てっきり岡崎くんが男湯を使うものだって思ってたって。でも私たち女湯の方しかお風呂案内してなかったから。
Yeah.
だからみんなあのことは不慮の事故だって思って怒ってはいないから。
Thanks, I appreciate that.
私もその方がいい。もし岡崎くんがこれからルの一員になるなら余計。
I wouldn't want this to make the whole thing awkward.
そんなそこまで気にしなくても。
Right. Miguri turns around before I can warn her that I'm still changing. She's a flustered as she.
ほんと、そこは大丈夫だよ。お互い様だし。
Don't we just stop talking about this?
そうだね。
Well, I'm relieved to hear no one's angry at me.
それは大丈夫だから安心して。
Okay, that's good. Thanks. I think everything's been cleared up, but the air of awkwardness doesn't seem to dissipate. Heart skips a beat as I realize that the shirt I've put on had been warmed in her arms.
でも、岡崎くん、偉いと思う。
For being in the women's bath?
そうじゃなくて、正直に謝ったこと。
That. Alright, I'm done. You can turn around now.
うん。
Miguri turns around. She's still got a bashful look about her, but it seems she's waiting for me to continue. Well, I could have just remained hiding, but the more time passed, the more uncomfortable it became.
そうだよね。
Miguri? I'm hungry.
そうだよね。岡崎くん、夕飯食べずにずっと寝てたし。
I see. No wonder my belly feels so empty. Suddenly remember the existence of a strawberry rice cake in my pocket. Should I eat it now? Then the way she spoke, it sounded like there's still some of Yuki's special hot pot left. What time is it?
まだ夜中。もう少しで朝だと思うけど。
I see. It sounds like I've been unconscious for quite a while.
客室、どこも埃がすごくて、とりあえずここに寝かせていたけど、大丈夫だった？
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't Himaguri sitting right beside me when I woke up. I'm Himaguri. Don't tell me you've been nursing me this entire time or so.
うん。うさ先輩と先生は大丈夫だって言ってたけど、もしかしたら、私の投げたオケが致命傷だったかもだし。
Lethal? Come on, don't kill me off just yet.
ごめん、そんなつもりじゃ。致命傷じゃなくて、とどめ
Man, it sounds pretty violent either way.
ごめんなさい。
It's alright. Muguri apologetically bows her head in front of me. I want to stroke her hair so bad. That will probably be too. Anyway, thanks for looking after me. Thanks for getting my strawberry rice cake back. I was looking forward to eating that after getting out of the bath.
そんな、なんも。
That's that weird dialect again.
あと、ね、
What's wrong?
私、ちょっと、岡崎くんに、個人的な話があって。
Alright, skips a beat. What? Personal? Could it be? Is this that kind of development? No, expressing me in a term and I try to act normal. What is that?
ここじゃ、人が来るかもだし、ちょっと移動していい？
Yeah, that's fine. Are you sure you're okay with that, though?
部屋じゃないよ。お鍋の残りもあるし、下に行こう。
Ah, that sounds great. That's what I meant. Let's go do that.
話だけど、ご飯の前にいいかな？
It's fine, but, what's up? We walk along the empty corridor. Silence feels a little awkward, but I wait for Himaguri to talk. Yeah?
私、ずっと前から、ね。
Yeah? I know this isn't a confession. She can't seem to get her words out. She's really embarrassed. What's going on? Am I reading this right? Is this really what I think this is? Could it be? Could this really be?
いきなりこんなこと言われても、迷惑かと思うけど、でも、ずっと考えてたら、気になってしょうがなくて、それで、ほんと、寝てたのに、ごめんね。
No, you don't need to worry about that.
そう言ってくれると、助かるかな。
Some of the tension seems to leave her and her shoulders relax a little.
岡崎くんって優しいよね。
Sure, I don't think anyone else has ever said that to me.
そうだよ。なのに私
What's wrong? You know, you're making me more and more curious.
そうだよね。ごめん。いざとなったらなんだか決心がつかなくて。ちょっと待って、深呼吸。
Sure. You breathed in too much. Calm down. Are you okay? I rushed to Imaguri and began patting her back.
ごめん。つい考え事しちゃってて。
Is this really something you have to think so much about?
大事なこと。
Wow, what is it? Feel the body shiver slightly through my palm, still resting on her back.
ね。
Yeah?
岡崎くん。冬、嫌いだよね。
Yeah?
実は、私もなの。
Yeah, and?
え？
Huh? We exchanged confused looks.
えって、
No, it's just, why are you looking at me like that? I mean, I already knew you didn't like winter, but what about it?
知ってたの？
Well, I've been monopolizing the heater in the classroom every day. It's just a natural we've been monopolizing the heater in the classroom every day. It's just a natural assumption to make. Did you really think that while I realized you didn't like the cold, I still wouldn't be able to figure out that you don't like winter? Come on, that's like obvious.
それもそっか。嘘。気づかれてたんだ。
Himaguri,
はい。
can you calm down a little? I'm well aware that you're troubled by the fact that everyone mistook you for a snow-loving winterphiliac.
そうなんだ。それじゃあ、話が早いかも。
Huh? Himaguri simply shrinks from my field of vision and...
このこと、みんなには内緒にしておいてください。
Oh yeah, she does have a tail. What are you doing down there?
みはるさん、何でもするから、この通り、お願いします。
Anything? Fuck. It's so weird that this button opens up a menu.
できればエッチなことは避けて、いや、ってそう、手でぐらいなら、それならなんとか頑張れるから。正直よくわかんないけど、男の子の欲望ってやつを満たすために、ちょっと軽いトラウマになる程度のことなら受け入れるから。私、覚悟。
I don't even know how to react. Right. But first, let's calm down a little, okay?
今のはお願いにカウントしてないから安心していいよ。ちゃんとそれなりの対価は払うから。でも口止め料ってわけじゃなくて、いや口止め料なんだけど、
Okay, I get it. This girl needs to calm down.
それ
Huh?
手にする？それとも、やっぱり口とか、おばば。
Why do you keep trying to make it dirty?
だって
Those eyes. She's dead serious. I can tell she's not planning to back down. Seriously, nothing good ever happens in winter. Just how did I end up in this situation? Try to remember everything that led me up to this point. What's that? I look up to see a large shadow. What?
岡崎くん？
What is going on here? Come on, just what the hell's wrong with winter this year? What's a bear doing here?
知らないよ。私が冬部に居続けるのは居場所っていうか、 最近ちょっとは冬のことが好きになってきたし。え、クマ？
Himaguri turns around in slow motion, her eyes widening to the size of plates. That is a weirdly handsome bear. Like, I don't know how else to put it. That is a weirdly handsome bear. I got it already, so instead of clinging on to me for dear life, just run! I'm down, it's on the other side of the window, so... No, it's not! Damn! Girls can't seriously make the most bizarre noises during a crisis. Tried to escape reality by reading to the last remaining same part of my brain when...
Okazaki-kun, すまない、借りるよ!
Huh? Inaba arrives on the scene like with an air of a samurai. In one smooth motion, she sticks her hand into my pocket and throws something with beautiful form. Oh! Here's something soft climbing Bear's forehead. A strawberry rice cake!
よくわかったね。さすが。
Now that was hardly the time to celebrate my abilities in rice cakeology. Why did you even do that? See, you made it angry! It's really mad now! I mean, I would be too if someone threw a cake in my face.
君の場合は少し違うような気もするが。
How can you stand around chatting like that? It's a bear!
ああ、クマだね。
It's furry and furious!
大丈夫だ。いざという時は、これを。
Is that a hunting rifle?
ああ、あまりこれは使いたくないのだが。ああ、もちろんただの空気銃だよ。
Do something!
ああ、大丈夫さ。
I think the frost may have gone to your head!
この足を取って。もう一匹来た。しかもリボンしてる。
Ah! Wait, it has a what? A loud smacking akin to a car crash brings me back to my senses. Or at least that's what's left of them. Why are these bears fighting?
ああ、こっちのリボンのクマはジョセフィーヌ。いちご大福が好物でね。いちご大福の匂いがしたら、こうしてすぐに山を降りてやってくるんだ。
Josephina! Wait, what? Huh? Are you serious? Why would a bear?
ああ、冬だから冬眠してると思うだろう。それが最近は生ゴミとか登山客が捨てるものなどで食料が豊富でね。冬眠しないクマも増えているんだ。
Hold on. I actually have to... Yes, I still have it open. I remember Josephina being mentioned in another game right now. If I'm not going completely insane, that is. Yes, I apparently am going insane. No, well.
だが、餌が少ないのは変わらないから。こうして匂いに敏感で。
Well, sounds quite thick for someone named Josephina. That's a very low priority concern right now. Besides, it's not hibernation patterns I'm asking about. It's why we're so calm that confuses me.
ああ、前にもあったからね。
私、知りませんよ。というか、逃げましょう。
大丈夫、大丈夫。
What? I'm past bunching? At this stage, it's more like a panty singularity. Can't you hear the racket they're making?
そうですよ、熊張り手の音が。
Grappling, you say? Exchange look with Himeguri.
2年前かな。あの時もこんな感じで。
Oh! Yes! Oh!
これって。
Are they mating?
やはり食料が少ないと種の保存という生存本能が強く働くのかね。激しいな。
Is that really what we should be discussing right now? Come on, let's get out of here.
いや何、心配に及ばずともジョセフィーヌは性欲が
Oh!
乗っちゃった。
Lion Bear seems to be tapping out, if you ask me.
あのまま一晩中でも繁殖行動に勤しむのだよ。
For the entire night?
あ、なんかオスが逃げようとしてる。抑え込まれた。というか何これ、自然界怖い。
女性の肉食化が自然界にまで及んでしまっているようだね。
No, they've definitely both been carnivorous from the start.
逃げた。
See!
She's chasing after him! Actually, wait, did she just click her tongue?
ジョセフィーヌ、あんまり励みすぎて前みたいに腰を抜かすんじゃないぞ。
Huh? Something happened like this 2 years ago, too.
ああ、ジョセフィーヌが腰を抜かしてね。そこを助けたのが出会いかな。
I don't see what's so funny about this.
なんだか変にリアルな現代社会の縮図に似た光景を見ちゃった気がして、怖いのどっか行っちゃった。
I'm so exasperated I can't feel anything else. What just happened?
まだまだ君が知らない冬の魅力かな。
There's not a shred of reason for you to look proud here, okay?
どうしましょう。戻ってきませんよね。
大丈夫さ。本当にジョセフィーヌは朝までコースだからね。と言ってももうすぐ朝だが。
Huh? I look at the clock to see it's past 6 a.m. This club sure rises early.
いや、今朝は昨日みたいな雪かきはない。雪像を作りに行くのも昼過ぎからだよ。
And what? Do you all just naturally wake up at the crack of dawn?
いや、ちょっと見せたいものがあってね。岡崎くんを呼びに出たところでこの騒ぎだ。
Oh, I see. Well, what do you want to show me? Please don't tell me it's another bear.
まさかもっと違うものさ。
Are you going to tell me?
それはまだ秘密。
Is it related to winter again?
その通り。君も分かってきたじゃないか。
Well, I guess that's what happens when your trial day ends up so full of
と
action.
かくみんな起こしに行こうと思っていたのだが、タルヒくん早いね。どうしてここに？
Himeguri wasn't expecting to run into Inaba here. She can't possibly say she's been trying to strike a deal to keep me sad about her dislike of winter, so I'd better help her out here. There, Himeguri's...
私、岡崎くんに用があって。
Is he actually going to say it? Well, this whole thing must seem kind of strange, so I suppose it's better for everyone to make things clear.
よう？
はい。その、7時にはみんな起きちゃうし、だから
ああ、そうだな。はい。さすがだな、タルヒくん。
はい。
I have a bad feeling about
私
this.
と同じように気づくなんて、ちゃんと昨晩の状況を確かめていたんだね。
いや、
皆まで言うな。サプライズを用意していたのだろう。しかもみんなを起こさないように気を使って。しまった。私も浅はかだった。そうだな。せっかくだから岡崎くんも静かにゆっくり楽しみたいだろうし。何でも他人を巻き込んでしまう私の悪い癖が出てしまったな。
部長、違うんです。私、
おはようございます。
Yuki Unazuki follow Kanon, each greeting us through blurry eyes.
おはよ
ああ、おはよう、みん。
Morning. Feel a bit awkward, but it doesn't feel like the others are bothered by what had happened yesterday. Well, I suppose they'd be more interested in what could have created such a racket so early in the morning.
いやなんだかすごい音がしてたけど、どうしたの？
窓ガラスも割れてる。イノシシ？
ああ、いや、ジョセフィ、
Whoops.
ああ、いや、ジョセフィーヌが迷い熊と戯れてただけさ。
Seriously, is that how you're going to describe it?
ああ、ジョゼちゃんまた来てたんだ。懐かしいね。2年ぶり？
Actually understood that. What is the point? You're familiar with that bear?
去年は別の山にオスあさりに行ってたけど、戻ってきたんだ。
You know her too?
ジョセフィーヌさん来てたんですか？おじいちゃんと名勝負を繰り広げたというその怪力、お会いして直に見たかったです。
An hour ago, I would have thought you were screwing around with me, but I don't believe anything after what I just saw. Your grandpa sounds like quite the man.
おっと、もう時間だ。そろそろ行こうか。
Huh? What? Where?
屋上だよ。
No way. I mean, I've got to clean up the glass. We've got to clean up the glass and everything.
ちゃんもしかして。
ああ、それだ。急ぐぞ、しずり。
それじゃあ急がないと。掃除は後でもいいからね。
そっか、急ぎましょう、ミハル先輩。ほら。
Are you sure we can just leave all this here? Why are you all suddenly in such a rush?
ほら、ぐずぐずしないで早く行く。
Okay, I'm coming. You can stop glaring at me now. Watch everyone is at the stairs. I flash Miguri a troubled smile. It's freezing here in the morning, but everyone seems so full of energy.
だね。
Well, I guess you confess you fell victim to bad timing, but we can just sort it out later.
いつもそうなの。
What do you mean?
小さなことで弾みで虚勢を張って、みんながそれを勘違いしてすごく褒めてくれて、さっきみたいな感じでいつも訂正できずに、それどころか逆に引っ込みがつかなくなっていって。
It doesn't seem like any of them would ever suspect that you dislike the cold.
だよね。
I'm not blaming you or anything. There's no need to look so glum.
ありがとう。
You've tried revealing the truth multiple times already, haven't you?
でも軽蔑されるのが怖くて。
I don't think you need to worry about that, though.
それは分かってる。言っても誰も怒りも失望もしないと思う。でも
But what?
いや、なんと言いますか、最近は冬のことも好きになってきたし。
Really now?
これは弾みや勢いで言ってるわけじゃないよ。
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were being honest from your face. I mean, you look desperate. Like your face is pink as a ripe apple, which brings me to the question, how come?
何が？
She's sulking again. I gave her somewhat of a wry smile. Someone who dislikes winter just as much, if not more than you. I'd like to know the reason you changed your mind about the season. Miguri?
それはね。
早く来てください。もうすぐですよ。
ほら、岡崎くん。今行く。ほら、
Stunned here.
岡崎くん、急ごう。
Okay. Interruption comes just as things are getting juicy. So unfortunately, I end up trudging up to the roof without getting to hear her answer. It's freezing out here. I'm going back.
おいおい、もう少しだよ。
What is? All I'm seeing is the yard we had our snowball fight in.
もう少しですよ、先輩。
And I'm asking what?
あっち。
Where? Follow Yuki's fingers and find her pointing at a large tree. A lone silhouette standing proud atop the hill in the inner yard. What's so special about that icicle-covered tree?
もう少しだからじーっと見てて。
Huh? Cassie Meguri a questioning
す
glance.
ぐにわかるから。ほら。
First beams of watery winter sun stretch out over the frozen landscape. The light flows over the snowy dunes, illuminating them in all shades of a pastel rainbow. Finally, the morning light reaches the frozen tree, and the icicles look like rainbow crystals. It's really cool.
まだまだこんなんじゃない。
Her words touch something deep within my heart. Little by little, the warm rays creep up the trunk and along the branches. Then, wow. You've seen a Christmas tree like this. Water droplets dripping down from the melting icicles glitter in the frozen air, making flowers of light bloom over the snowy drifts. Ah. I'm unable to say anything coherent. How is it even? It's crazy. It's beyond anything I've ever seen.
岡崎くん、
I answer without tearing my eyes away from the glorious sight
こ
before
うい
me.
うこと。
Her tone makes it obvious what question she's referring to. The reason she'd started liking winter. It all boils down to this: watching the rebirth of a rainbow as she ushers in a new day with her friends. Watching the birth of a rainbow as she ushers in a new day with her friends. See, it's not the night there's beauty in winter after saying
気に
this.
入ったかい？
Of course.
ベレキベレキ、こらこら、そういうのは逆効果だよ。岡崎くん、
Tadori gives me a questioning look. In response, I fix my scarf and smile. Bet you've all thrown your best to me over the course of a single day, haven't you? Well, don't blame me if I find everything underwhelming
あ
later.
望むところさ。
じゃ
Yeah, I think I'd like to join the Winter Club.
あ、わあ、来たー。
Hey, you don't need to tackle me!
しずり先輩、やったやったやった。
もう、ちょっと、しょうがないな。じゃあ、よきも。私も。ちょっと、みんな、朝からこんな、
I was gonna say, is that a fucking man over there? I doubt it. That's probably the girl. Yeah, that's the girl. The president. That's Inaba. It's kind of like it's kind of easy for me to remember that her name is Usa just by remembering her family name, because I know another character called Inaba, namely Raisen Udongein Inaba from Toho, and that is a bunny girl. Usagi is bunny. You get it? Anyways.
よし、このままおしくらまんじゅうしましょう。あったまりますよ。
いいね。私も混ぜてもらおうかな。
かのかの押しすぎ。スカートずらすぞ。
ちょっと待って。本気ですか？
雪国の女に二言はない。
そうはさせませんよ。おりゃゆきちゃん、それ、私のタイツ。
岡崎くんもどうだい？入部記念に。
Huh? Nah, I'm quite comfortable.
もう、いや、押しすぎ。
Besides, Unazuki looks particularly troubled by this turn of events. Our eyes meet for a second as I crease my lips upward in an awkward smile. While she doesn't actually speak, her eyes tell me all I needed to know. No, I...
かのかのめぐり、先輩を確保。
What? Ah!
とかく開催これから大いに冬を楽しんでくれたまえ。
現地は取りましたからね。今さら入部キャンセルなんて受け付けませんから。
Yeah, I figured as much, but it doesn't matter because I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all. And that's how I ended up in the Winter Club. I have no idea what someone who dislikes the season as much as me will do in a place like this, but somehow I feel like everything will be alright. But we have nothing to support those words whatsoever. That's for whether I ended up liking winter in the end. Well, it's time for me to at least give it a chance. Opening Yeah.
大変。 くん制服のままだもんね。
As you mentioned, it's freezing. I guess a lot got forgotten in the chaos. That said, nobody else looked properly dressed to be out in the freezing cold either, but I can't bring myself to point that out. Guess it's part of male pride and part not wanting to ruin this magical atmosphere. But I think I understand how Yamaguri feels now.
ささ、戻ろう。
Yeah, I'm alright. There's something you can see every day, so I don't mind staying out here a little longer to savor it.
そうだね。
What's with that pause? Notice Yuki is still clinging to Unazuki, beckoning me over with her
先
hand.
輩先輩、
What?
生回路する？
Bareback? Why does it sound so deductively obscene?
ちょっとゆきちゃん、その言い方はやめてって言ってるでしょ。なぜ？肉回路の方がお気に入り？それはもっと嫌というか、私だって女の子なのにそんな生魚みたいな言い方。あ、そっち？そっち？
The two stare at each other for a while before turning to instinct to look at me. No, you can look at me, but I'm not gonna be able to solve anything here. There's so much material to work with here, but unlike Yuki and Mitsuhashi, Unazuki isn't a person I feel comfortable making dirty jokes with.
じゃあ両方合わせて生肉回路っていうのはどうですか？
No way! That only makes it sound 10 times worse!
ならば人間回
I wonder if the heat got to your head? If it wasn't so damn cold out here.
路。ああ、回路と回路をうまくかけたダジャレですね。さすが三春先輩。
Don't even have the energy to react to that.
ああ、いけない。話し込んじゃってごめんね。早く戻りましょう。
Oh, I'm okay.
戻るとするか。
Wait, are you actually cold, Inaba?
ああ、さすがに体も動かさずにじっとしていると寒くなるね。
Are you sure you can say that? I thought you were the vanguard of the winter club.
過ぎたるは及ばざるがごとし、酒は百薬の長というように、何事にも適量というものがあるのだよ。
It'd be such a waste.
三春、
What?
この景色はこれっきりじゃない。また見られる。
Really?
冬部ならいつでも。
I see. That I finally give in and retreat back to the dorm, craving some warmth.
で、いつ入寮するんだい？
Inaba springs her question on me while I'm enjoying the hot pot leftovers that Unazuki kept aside for my breakfast. Marinated overnight, the cabbage goes perfectly with the fluffy rice. That said, I'm the only one eating hot pot. Everyone else is having a basic Japanese breakfast consisting of rice, fish, and miso soup.
ああ、入寮では分かりにくいか。寮に入るのはいつにする？私としては今日の放課後でも構わないが。
Yeah, I understood what you meant the first time.
うん？
Inaba tilts her head as she holds out her empty rice bowl to Unazuki, who silently takes it and fills it up. The two come off almost like an old married couple, starting to get a bit jealous of their relationship. But it isn't what I should be thinking about right now. Damn, these cognac noodles have absorbed the sauce's flavor overnight. They've turned out insanely delicious. I mean, I only decided to join the club a couple of hours ago. Isn't it a bit too sudden?
そうかい？
I do. More importantly, can I really even move into what is for all intents and purposes a girls' dorm at this point?
最近入ったカノン君は入部を決めたその日に寮に入ったものだが。
No, I'd rather you didn't expect me to match that walking ball of energy.
何を言うんですか？善は急げ、家宝は寝ててもやってこないから歩いていこうって言うじゃないですか。
Yeah, I think you're mixing a couple of those up again, but I can tell what you meant.
かのかのは放課後に入部を決めたかと思えば、数時間後にはドラムバッグ一つで寮にやってきた。
No wonder she's called the Hurricane.
いや、もういても立ってもいられなくて、こうビビビーと来ちゃったらすぐ行動しちゃうんですよ。
あの日はすごい吹雪だから電車は止まっちゃってたんだけど、歩いて登ってきたのはびっくりしたよ。あはは、
せっかちでお恥ずかしいです。
I don't think that's the right word to describe you. You're way worse than just impatient. Scariest part is that I can totally imagine it happening. Kinda starting to get used to her antics. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. This tofu's quite something, having absorbed some of the savory soup. I wonder if there's any more left in the pot. How'd Yuki join?
ユキは初めから入部するつもりだったから、入学式の前に入ってた。
I see, so it's not like you met Inaba at school.
10年以上の付き合い。
Oh, that's quite a while.
シズリンも一緒。
Oh, really? I already figured you must have known each other for a while, but...
出会ったのは幼稚園の頃だったかな。
そうだね。
What?
ごめんね。小さい頃のうーちゃんのことを思い出して。うーちゃん、今と同じ長さのマフラーしてたから、引きずって大変だったの。
だから汚さないように、ユキとシズリンが持って歩いてた。
何ですかそれ。想像しただけでめちゃくちゃ可愛いじゃないですか。
そういえばそんなこともあったね。
Can't imagine you ever having been a little kid, Inaba.
ちっけえな。私だって今のままの姿でトンビがポッと産み落としたわけではないぞ。
I didn't say that.
これでもようやくマフラーを地面につけずに走れるようになったのは8つの頃だよ。
Seriously, just what are you, a ninja?
部長なら、ありえるかも。
おーっとちょっと口が滑ってしまったかな。
The gullible ones.
忍びこの負傷でプージかのなんだか無性にワクワクしています。
こらこら、ただの冗談なんだから真に受けないでくれ。困ってしまうじゃないか。
なんだ部長違うんですか。すっごく期待しちゃったじゃないですか。
冗談が下手で申し訳ない。
もっともらしい嘘をつくなんてひどいと思いませんか、タルヒ先輩。タルヒ先輩。
Seems like Tauri doesn't want to be the pot calling the kettle black. It's not like Inaba only started making incomprehensible jokes yesterday.
いえ、違いますね。
What?
部長の冗談は悪くないということです。原因は私の絶対的な経験値不足ですから。
そう。許されたものだけが笑える。It's a shinobi joke.
It's a shinobi joke!
冗談が雑。
やはりそうですよね。私はまだまだ未熟者ってことですね。
納得しちゃった。
I feel like I'm starting to understand the inner workings of their minds. Yet I can't even begin to find an opening to slip in a snarky comment.
とかく岡崎くんが寮に入る日取りについてだが、そうだな。いつがいいか。
どうぞ。
あ、すまない。
That was amazing when Uzuki pulled out a desk calendar the moment Inaba's eyes started drifting across the room. They can actually understand each other without using words. My jealousy is turning into admiration at this point.
そうだな。もうすぐ日曜だし、何事も早めの方が良いね。
No, wait, I haven't even decided if I'll be moving in at all. Not to mention the fact that I'd need to submit an official application to the school and wait for their permission.
岡崎くんって意外とそういうところきっちりしてるんだね。
And you're surprisingly blunt sometimes, Himaguri.
別に悪い意味じゃないよ。いい意味で。そう、いい意味。
Do you think you can just fling around backhand compliments as long as you add that you mean it in a good way after?
つまり岡崎くんとしてはそのあたりの手続きが気になると。先生。
その辺なら先生が何とかすっから心配すんな。
Can't you take this a little more seriously? You're just trying to distract me from the fact that you're stealing my food, aren't you?
適当じゃないって。先生に任せなさい。あと、この餅巾着は着手金代わりで、私の大好物だ。
So with a teacher asking for a fee from a student they're supposed to be supervising, that's your job.
ああ、それは単純にやる気の問題。私基本的に切羽詰まってこないとエンジンかからなくってさ。だから周りが早々にスタートダッシュという名のできちゃった子、今は授かり婚って言うんでしたっけ。それを見送ってたらいつの間にか最後尾でさ。って誰が生き遅れだよ。ちょっと今期が周回遅れなだけだろうがよ。
Do you do this one-man show every morning?
なんだよ。私が学生の時に結婚した親友が今度子供が中学生になるとか言ってんだぞ。毛が生えるんだぞ。
Himaguri?
なんでしょう。
Does Miss Misumi act like this all the time when she's home?
どこに導火線があるかわからないから気をつけるだけ無駄だよ。
Damn, you really they do get quite blunt sometimes.
いい意味
Yeah, I've heard that already.
で。うひ
No one else even reacts. They seem to be used to Miss Misumi's constant outbursts.
まあお互いの量のことでもあるし、手続きを進めるには日取りを決めておかないとね。
Suppose you have a point. It's my problem, but at the same time, it's not only my problem. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and decide. But...
なーに煮え切らないね。白滝もらうよ。
Hey, you planning to eat all of my breakfast?
つーか何を迷うことがあるのさ。あれじゃない。学園の男子寮ってボロっちいし、廊下とか風呂場とか隙間風が吹いて寒いんでしょ。
Yeah, it's pure hell. I keep plugging them up, but new ones appear
な
fast.
らこっちの寮を絞る理由なんてないんじゃない。
And we have this awful
もぐも
draft
ぐ
going through the bathroom.
ならこっちの寮を絞る理由なんてないんじゃない。もぐも
Kana and Nozuki nod in agreement. I guess not. Facilities here look top notch.
季節以外に問題でも。
I'm sure you've noticed that I'm a guy, right? Isn't this place practically a girl's dorm right now?
まっちゃバカ正直だな。普通の男子なら黙って内心で「ひゃはいハーレム!」とかはしゃいで気持ち悪い顔してそうなもんなのに。ハーレム？岡崎くんそんなことを
Why don't you move into the boys' dorm, Miss Misumi? Then you'd have your own personal harem. What's with that expression? You look as if you've just seen the light.
いやー、しかし目から鱗だわ。案外それは妙案かもしれないぞ、岡崎。
But you understand that was sarcasm before you do something stupid, Miss Responsible Adult.
わってるよ、そんなもん。
Does being single in your 30s make you desperate enough to cling to completely dumb ideas or something? This whole marriage thing is seriously starting to scare me. I just mean, are you all sure you don't mind me living here?
私は言うまでもなく構わないが。
右に同じく。
左に同じくウェルカム同士ですよ。
私もそりゃ昨日みたいな失敗はあるかもしれないけれど、それはお互い注意していけばいいことだし。
Yeah.
ごめんね、私余計なこと。
Mizuki fans her reddening face as she remembers what happened. She was just trying to make me feel better, but she ended up embarrassing herself again, making me feel kind of guilty. Then there's another girl flushing red as a tomato beside me. What about you, Himaguri?
いや、そうだね。昨日みたいなことは、事故だし。
But you're still worried, aren't you?
そりゃもちろん不安だよ。
ハルヒ先輩。
Taruhi dejectedly drops her shoulders. Noticing that, Himaguri desperately flails her arms around. That's Kanon, not Taruhi. Taruhi drops her shoulders so Taruhi starts flailing her arms about. What? Noticing that, Himaguri desperately flails her arms about.
違う、そういうんじゃなくて、そう、お風呂上がりの着替えを忘れてバスタオルを巻いて部屋に戻ったりとか、こたつでゴロゴロしながら雑誌を見つつお菓子食べたりできないし。
Yeah, I guess my presence would limit some of your freedoms.
知識過剰。 気にしすぎなんじゃねえの？パレパレも。
Not caring that her belly is exposed to the whole world, Miss Misumi scratches her side as she gobbles down a bowl of pickles. If there's one person here that should be a bit more self-conscious, it's definitely not Himaguri. I doubt she would at least try to pretend to act like an... you'd think she would at least try to pretend to act like an actual adult.
そうかもしれないけど、でもトイレとかでばったり会ったりしたらどうしたらいいのか。
Well, I guess I've got no choice, but we've got no choice but to be careful about that.
それじゃあ三春先輩が寮に入ることには反対じゃないんですね。
もちろんだよ。岡崎くん自身がどうとか、男の子だからどうとか、そういうことを気にしてるんじゃないよ。いや、今は男の子としての話だけど。ごめん。なんか頭の中どちらかっちゃって。
It's alright, I can tell you're giving it some serious thought.
考えすぎだとは思うけど。
I wouldn't say that.
そうですよ。そういうことを考えられるのがタルヒ先輩のいいところじゃないですか。
いや、そんな褒められても困るからね。もうこの話題おしまい。
というか、かのは考えなさすぎ。
いやー、楽しくなってくるともうそれ以外考えられなくなっちゃってお恥ずかしい。
はい、というわけで賛成4に不安票1、反対票はなしってことでいいね、岡崎。
But yeah, thanks everyone. Everyone silently nods when I express my gratitude. Is it really okay, Miss Misumi?
ああ、問題起こしたらぶっ飛ばして追い出す。それでいいんじゃねえの？
Understood, miss.
もしくは私と入籍して身内にしていろいろもみ消すって方法もあるけど。
There's a limit to how shameless a person can get, you know.
見えや世間体で人生が潤うかってんだ。ガブガブ。
Look who's talking. And that's my hot pot. Are you planning to devour everything that's mine?
デザートは岡崎としゃれ込もうか。ペロリ。
That just doesn't work when you say it was soup dribbling from the corner of your mouth.
純粋に汚い。
そりゃ私が汚れってことか。あそこにクモの巣張ってるってことか。先生、朝から何言ってるんですか。もうちくしょう。若いからって余裕こきやがって。若さにかまけてられる黄金時代なんてそうそう長くねえんだからな。覚悟してろよ。そう、長くねえんだぞ。
Inazuki catches up to us in the entrance hall as we're about to head out to school. How is she?
もうちょっと落ち着いてから学園に行くから先行っててって。
毎度慰め役ご苦労。
と言っても話を聞いて抱きつかれてるだけだけどね。
しずりんはそれで十分癒し。冬の申し子のお墨付き。
I'll be right back. And we're back. I fucking while I was taking a quick break, I clicked on a video about like someone's personal ranking of the Kingdom Hearts openings, and me in my for some reason stupidity was like, so he's talking about the opening sequences of the game, like Destiny Islands in 1 or Twilight Town in 2. That's not what it ended up being. It was actually about the openings. The Dreamed Up Distance opening was in 4th place. And 3rd place is Kingdom Hearts 3. So, my guess is gonna be... My guess is gonna be Fragmentary Passage 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 2. Or nah, you know what? Fuck it. No, Fragmentary Passage 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 with 1. There we go. Let's see after I'm done with this recording if it was fucking correct.
ありがとう。
では早速失礼します。
Kanon promptly glues herself to Unazuki.
もうしょうがないな。
Unazuki pats Kanon's back with a slightly troubled smile gracing her lips. Seems like she spends more time being hugged than anyone else in this place.
ぎゅー
I'm not sure where to look with those two snuggling right in front of my face.
うし、カノンさん、あったかさ補給完了です。それでは行ってきます。
Huh? Where are you going?
これです。
Ah, I see. Understand what she's talking about when she picked up her snowboard that had been leaning against the wall. She plops the board down on the snow with a soft crunch and carefully clips one boot into the bindings. Huh? When did you even have the time to put those on?
昨日の夜、スノボで試したい滑りを思いついたので、投稿ついでに早速試してきます。
気をつけてね。
お任せあれです。しずり先輩のほかほかパワーもありますし。
よし。かのかのにさらにミッションを与えよう。
ほう。
ユキのこのカバンを無事に学園まで送り届けられる？
なるほど。重量を増やしてバランス感覚を鍛えようということですね。わかりました。乗りましょう。
Himiguri and I exchange knowing glances, wordlessly agreeing not to butt in. The ball of energy doesn't seem to mind anyway.
健闘を祈る。
はい。それじゃあ、行ってきまーす。
Try not to lose control like last time.
もちろん、ミハル先輩の時のような失敗はしません。と
Kanon stands up and glides away, disappearing into the forest within a matter of seconds. She's so fast. It's damn cool though.
さて、我々も行こうか。そろそろ電車の時間だ。
I feel cold whenever I look at this girl too. Do you ride this thing to school every morning? We're boarding the cable car pretty early, because I insisted on dropping by my dorm before going to school.
単線だから一度乗り遅れると次は遅刻ギリギリの時間になっちゃうの。おかげで無遅刻だよ。その分早起きしなきゃだけど。
Suppose it's doing you a favor in a sense.
雪像作りで街に出るときはもう一本早いのに乗る。
Yuki immediately starts heating a rice cake on the stove. That. We were cooking on that too yesterday too, but are you sure it's okay to use the heater that way?
ああ、昔からみんなしてるから気にしなくていい。
それどころかやけどしちゃいけないってことで車掌さんが薬用の網を用意してくれたんだよ。靴や靴下を乾かすためにバスマットとか敷いたりね。
Starting to feel like a secret base or something in here. Look around the car to get my bearings. With it being so early in the morning, there's no one else here besides us. Do other people use this at all?
農家の方や漁師の方、あとは郵便や宅配の業者にお隣さんなどが使ってるな。
Your neighbor?
一駅向こうの鈴原さん。寮から一番近いお隣さんがそこなの。
I see, the concept of neighbors is a bit different out here in the middle of nowhere. Actually, I'm impressed to see him running with so few customers. How does it make a profit?
ああ、週に数回コスプレパーティー会場や合コン会場としていろいろ貸し出してるみたいだからね。
隣の県から色欲に溺れた者どもがわらわら群がってくるのだ。
そしてそれを知った水見先生が大荒れに荒れる。
I can very easily picture that. A teacher in her 30s going home all alone in a cable car that might still retain the smell and glow of an exciting party. I feel tears welling in my eyes for some reason.
さて、私とユキはいつものこれだが、 みんなはどうするんだい？
Inaba sticks a shovel into the snow in front of the station. She's probably planning to shovel of snow and then make sculptures out of it again.
私は一旦実家に顔出してこようかな。後で差し入れするね。
わかった。岡崎くんは一旦男子寮に戻るのだったかな？
Yeah, my books and the rest of my school stuff is all there, so... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Himeguri?
やる？
Yuki beckons Himeguri with a shovel. The way you phrase that sounds like you're inviting her for a drink or a smoke. Himeguri steals a glance at me. She probably wants to hear my opinion as the only person who's aware of her secret. Why not, as long as you don't push yourself too hard?
そうだね。久しぶりにしよっかな。最近あまり参加できてなかったし。
よし、決まりだ。というわけで、しずり。
はーい。
Everyone surrounds Unozuki as they stare confused and...
ぎゅーぎゅーぎゅー
they're all hugging each other. I haven't felt so out of place in my life. Is this how girls usually act with each other?
それじゃあ行ってくる、しずり。
いってらっしゃい。
Those two seriously look like they walked straight out of a scene in a picture book. Damn, wish I had a camera in here. I had my camera here.
デバガメ見張るめ。
Hey, you're pointing the camera the wrong way. Take a picture of them for once instead.
いやいや、岡崎くんもちょっと落ち着こうね。
Fine.
さて、我々は行くか。二人とも、じゃあまた後で。
またね。
See you at school. Mizuki and I wave, seeing the others off. Well then, I think I should get going too.
それじゃあ。
Mizuki faces me and spreads out her arms. Then she exaggeratedly raises them above her head as though praying to come to some god.
朝早かったからちょっと眠いね。
This girl must be the worst actress in the entire known universe.
眠いよ。
And she even reiterated in the most unnatural way possible. Just how bad can a person be at this? Seems like she's aware of it though. She lowers her hands and presses them against her chest.
ごめんね。なんか流れで。
No. It's okay. Damn, I should have taken the opportunity. Should I have taken the opportunity and actually hugged her there? But wouldn't that be... I missed the opportunity of a lifetime!
岡崎くんも
ん？
バス来たよ。乗らないと。
Right, see you later!
また後で。
What a shame. I'm filled with regret for the whole bus ride to my dorm.
ペシペシ。お、来たし。ペシペシ。
早かったね、岡崎くん。ああ、ユキ、そっちから少し押してくれないか？よかったら岡崎くんも。
Well, I only went home to pick up my books and some clothes. Is this what you wanted? Two snow sculptors call out to me as soon as I step into the schoolyard. Doing as I'm told, I start patting down a large lump of snow with Yuki. So what are you making today? It looks kind of like a person.
あれ、見覚えはないかい？私たちの腕もまだまだだな。
まだ途中だから仕方ない。
Is it some famous? Let me see. Standing on two legs, so it's definitely a human figure of some sorts. For the build, it looks like a man. He stands stark naked in the snow, frozen in a rather unique pose that looks like a recipe for back pain. I think I see it in an art class or something. Is it somebody imagining of
いや
David?
岡崎くんだよ。
Me? Why am I not wearing any clothes? I don't remember being this muscular?
入部キャンペーン中につき筋肉 50% 増量中的なあれ。
How can you even say that's me anymore at that point?
何？男性はとにかく大きくてたくましい方が嬉しいのではないのか？
That's not the part you should be second guessing. You're missing the obvious. part right in front of you.
あれも 50% アップしろと。
That's not what I meant. I'm impressed you even managed to interpret it that way.
うん？男性はとかくビッグでワイルドな方が嬉しいのではないのか？
What I'd prefer is for my privates not to be exposed in front of the entire school.
大丈夫。さっき先輩が言った通り、これはもはや他人。実在の人物とは一切関係ございません的なあれ。
Yeah, great. What about the nameplate at its feet?
手を抜けない勝負があだになるとは。
カノン君が入部した時に作ったのはすごく喜ばれたのだがな。
What? Did you give her pin-up model proportions too?
まさか、全員平等の筋肉 50% 増量だし。
Damn, so this travesty is actually one of your traditions? Though I can totally picture her getting excited to see herself with a figure of a bodybuilder. I wonder, did they do it when Himeguri joined too? That was so close. I think that's one mental image I don't need. Shake my head to cast the evil thoughts away.
見る？写メ。
Nah, I'm good.
間があったし。
間があったね。
Anyways, there's this thing called right to privacy, so I'd appreciate it if you could remove my image from the public space immediately.
ファンフィクションだから問題ないし。
Come on, the very person to whom this body belongs is telling you it's not okay.
口ではそんなこと言ってるけど、内心では美味しいと思ってる的なあれ？
Alternatively, I can also cause you a concussion with one of the shovels. You probably just watch way too much TV. That kind of thing only happens in movies and showbiz.
我々もある意味人生という名の舞台に立っているがね。
Yeah, you can wipe that smirk off your face, okay?
手厳しい。
じゃあ、70% 増しでは？
No, seriously.
持ってけ泥棒 !80%!
That's not what I'm talking about. Just what is she planning to increase? Not like I can't make an educated guess.
とかくダメということだね。
ではダメと言われたので、今回は撤去ということで。
Please do.
100% ならあるいは？
You seriously don't know when to give up, do you? This sort of puppy dog's eyes should be banned! Banned, I tell you! Okay, I give up. I won't stop your art if it's that important to you.
よし、許可が出た。うさうさ、至急 120% 増量。
岡崎くんの気が変わらないうちにな。
You shouldn't run with the shovel! Yuki's shovel flies in the air as she trips. Right towards the sculpture's amply sized snow sausage.
これは見事にもげたね。
After spending a few shocked moments on all fours, Yuki rises up and brushes the snow off her
先輩、
clothes.
性別変えてみる気は？
I'm good. When she considers it reasonable to chop off my tackle just for the sake of snow sculpture accuracy is complete. Why she considers it reasonable to chop off my tackle just for the sake of snow sculpture accuracy is beyond me.
あ、岡崎くん、遅かったね。
Hey! Well, you see, I ran into Inaba and Yuki at the entrance, and
おはよう。
I make my way to the spot, exchange greetings, and get an odd look from the resident bunhead. What's up, Mitsuhashi?
いや、なんか、
Whoops.
いや、なんか二人が親しいというか、なんかあった？
What do you mean?
いいよ、朝の挨拶しなかったし、それ以前に今日すでに一度会ってる風だったし。
So perceptive!
そんなこと。
Damn, I only need to take one look at her face to see she's already panicking. Have to do something about this. Yeah, we met in front of the station today and exchanged a few words.
あ、そう。だから挨拶はとっくに済ませちゃってるの。
Alright, seems like we successfully fooled her.
私、てっきり二人が挿入を前提としたお付き合いをしているのかと思った。
Hey, Mitsuhachi, hold on a second.
そうだよ、待って。
It sounds like penetration That sounds like penetration is my ultimate goal, but I'm definitely interested in more than that.
そうじゃないよ、待って。人生の最終目標ということなら、墓入りを前提としたお付き合い？もうしっちゃかめっちゃかだよ。いやー、岡崎さん、相変わらずひめぐりちゃんは面白ですな。
Yeah, you can always trust her to make you smile. Doesn't get it. Finally gets it. Can't find the words to protest.
超怒ってるね。
Well, we did tease her pretty bad, didn't we?
ひどいよ。二人して私をおもちゃにして遊んで。二人のおもちゃ。なるほど、3P か。3P？ あー、ごめん。わかんないよね。調子に乗りすぎて暴投した。
That's kind of knowledge any guy our age might be well versed in, but we're talking about Himeguri here, so...
ひめぐりちゃんだもんね。わかる！何を言ってるかわからないけど、バカにしてるのはわかるよ！もう、二人とも朝からひめぐりさんで遊びすぎ。しかも霜だし。だってさ、気をつけなよ、岡崎くん。
You know, at this point, I'm genuinely impressed by how well you can play this part.
で、うぶなひめぐりさんを縛って、大人の階段を引きずり上げていく会場はここでいいんですか？
Come on, is there even a single normal person in this class?
はあ、もういいよ。もうすぐ予令だし、席に戻る。
Himeguri walks off with a shoulder slump, stealing a glance at me as she does so. Well, I think I'll be on my way too. Thanks for the laugh, Mitsuhashi, and try not to tease Himeguri too much next time, eh?
遊んでないよ。本気だよ。
That's even worse. Give her a wry smile and catch up to Himeguri. What's up?
伝わった。
Well, you gave me a pretty obvious look, so yeah.
岡崎くんが寮に住むことになったこと、しばらく黙ってた方がいいよね。
Well, I guess it's not something we should announce to everyone, but there's no reason to explicitly hide it either. I'll just let the issue sit until people learn about it themselves.
微妙なさじ加減だね。できるかな。
I mean, you could announce it if it makes you feel better. I could announce it if it makes you feel better, but we haven't even sorted out the paperwork yet. It'd be pretty embarrassing if it got rejected after telling everyone about it. It's pretty much a girls' dorm at the moment. That's one fact I'd rather keep from my classmates. How about we keep it a secret until I move officially, and then we can let it play out naturally after the fact?
わかった。
Himeguri suddenly gasps and turns around. Puzzled, I follow her gaze to see.
妙に視線を感じると思ったら、あれ、絶対何か勘違いしてる顔。
Wait, Himeguri. There she goes. I have a terrible feeling about this. How'd it go?
別に、ただ見てただけなのに、気になるってことは何かやましいことがあるんじゃないの？
I see. In short, you tried to explain it and then ended up backfiring on you.
わかりますか。
Yeah, it was a pretty obvious bait.
いつもならもうちょっと早く気づけるよ。
That's one convenient excuse.
ちょろくない。
Should look what I want though.
ちょろくない。
I play with Himeguri for a while longer until the bell rings and stops my fun. It seems I'm not that different from Mitsuhashi in the end. Well then, what should I do today? It's lunch break, but I found myself in a bit of a bind. My standard lunch is fluffy bread, 120 yen, and strawberry milk, 80 yen. And if I'm in a particularly fancy mood, I'll go for chocolate bread, 170 yen, with strawberry milk, 80 yen. But I can't decide which delectable combination to go for. I've got some extra cash today, even after all those steamed buns I've been eating lately. But I probably should put some money aside for moving expenses. It'd make more sense to go with the cheaper option. Huh? I almost bump into Inazuki as I exit the classroom. She's holding a lunchbox in her hand, groaning with a troubled expression on her face. She retains her elegance even with her brows furrowed. Because some people are just born beautiful. Love to observe her for a while longer, but I'm pushing the boundary of common decency as it is. Unazuki?
Okazaki-kun!
Yep, it's me, Okachaki.
意地悪。
Ah, she looks beautiful when she's pouting to you. What's up? You looking for Himaguri?
タルちゃんにはもう渡してあるの。
David what? Flicked my eyes down to the small bag, clasping her hands one more time, and gasped as the realization hits me. That wouldn't happen to me. Is it for me? My mind freezes. What? Huh? No way. Does it mean that Unazuki? Really? Me?
みんなには大丈夫だったんだけど、今朝、岡崎くんだけには渡しそびれてて。
Ah, I see. Damn, that was one major misunderstanding on my part. Thank God I didn't say anything stupid. Now that I think about it, you mentioned something about giving one to Himaguri too. Mizuki probably makes lunchbox for everyone in the club. Thank you very much.
こっちこそ忘れてて、教室まで持ってきてごめんね。
Huh? About to ask what's wrong with that when it suddenly hits me. You're seriously attracting attention here. I can feel about 10 pairs of eyes boring into me. Kinda looks like she's my girlfriend who came to Loving You to deliver a special lunchbox to me.
なんだか、弟にお弁当を届けに来たおせっかいなお姉ちゃんみたいで、恥ずかしいな。
Oh. Ah! What's wrong with me? I've barked up the wrong tree so many times today, I feel like I'm in a forest. So that's why you were lingering in the hall?
早くしないとお昼食べ始めてるかもしれないし、急いだんだけどね。
She must have gotten embarrassed when she got here and realized she had to actually come into my classroom. What a sweet girl.
もしかしてもうお昼買っちゃってる？
No, not yet. I was actually just on my way.
よかった、間に合った。はい、どうぞ。
Thanks. I take my lunchbox, my lips curling up when I feel its weight. Are you sure it's alright?
Huh?
I mean, isn't it a pain in the ass to prepare lunch for me?
だって岡崎くんも寮生じゃない。
The naturalness of her smile tells me that she's already completely accepted me into their little family. Ah, damn, I'm so happy. I lift the lunchbox to my chest in gratitude. I'll enjoy this then. Thanks a lot.
容器はまとめて洗っちゃうから、そのまま返してくれていいからね。
Okay.
それじゃ。
Wait. Got to pay it back, at least for the ingredients.
お返しなんていいよ。一人分増えても似たようなものだし。それに材料費は毎週月曜日に集めてるよ。
But I can at least pay for this now.
いいよ。今週は入部記念だと思って。ね。
But
座りが悪い？
yeah, kinda. The whole situation feels awkward. It's hard to voice my thoughts.
そっか。それじゃあ、お金以外のお返し、何か考えておくね。
His body? Okay, please do.
それじゃあね。
Thanks again. It smells delicious. Mizuki flashes me a happy smile and walks off. Homemade lunch made by a girl. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I resist the urge to raise the lunchbox up above my head like a hero from a video game who just found a lost treasure. Well then, where should I eat?
よー、岡崎。いいもん持ってるな。
Sound like a punk from 20 years ago.
ちょっと職員室来い。いや、生徒指導室かな。今は無人だし。
Your smile is scaring me. Seriously, why is she trying to get me into an empty room?
いやいや、なんでビビってんの？普通に話があるだけだから。
You swear it won't involve any violence?
あんた、本当に私のことを何だと思ってるのさ。
I end up following Miss Misumi downstairs, but I can't shake the feeling that I've just dug my own grave. So, what's this about?
あ 関係の書類準備終わってるから確認して、あとは岡崎のサインが欲しいだけ。
That was fast.
まあシャドウ婚姻届は何度もしてきたからな。お手の物さ。
Excuse me?
いや、だからあとはハンコを押すだけだって。
Excuse me, but I feel like I've just heard the saddest story of my life and I'm trying to think of ways to escape this awkward situation, okay?
さすがに冗談だから落ち着け。
Your jokes are too dark for me.
ハンコをしてもらうのは普通の書類だよ。確認に少し時間かかるし、ご飯食べながらでいいだろう。
I think it'll take a while. I've got a friend waiting. We're supposed to eat together.
岡崎、友達いたの
Come on, even I can make a friend or two in 3 months.
なんだそれは30年も生きてきて普通に伴侶もできてない先生への嫌味か。
No! There's seriously no telling what might trigger you.
人間30年も生きてたら掘り返したくないものの一つや二つあるもんさ。
You have so many that I'd really like a written list just to be on the safe side. Miss, we aren't at the dorm. Are you sure you can act like this here?
ここだ。早く入れ。
Can't believe you just clicked your tongue at a student. And weren't you after my lunchbox?
半分ちょうだい。
Huh? Yonozuki doesn't make one for
早
you?
弁した。
And now you want to steal your students' lunch? There seriously should be a limit to how low a person can think.
はいはい、悪かったわね。はい、これにもサイン。
Alright. Why's the color of this one different? What? This actually is a goddamn marriage registration form! Are you kidding me?
他の書類と一緒で正式なハンコは後日でいいから、もう。
Come on, are you using this to try to distract me from the fact that you're eating my lunch? Now talk with your mouth full! I suppress my urge to point out that that's probably the part of the reason why she's single. But only make the situation worse. I've grown to be quite considerate, if I may say so myself. Where should I go? Tenyon store? Taking the day off from the club activities to head over to the shopping district after school. The reason for my excursion is the conversation I had with Miss Misumi this morning. 3 things to note. 1, I've officially become a member of the Winter Club as of today. 2, that automatically makes Snow-Grillar my current dorm. 3, while the date of the official transfer is yet to be settled, I should move into Snow-Grillar today. Basically. And when I asked Miss Misumi how things could possibly move this quick...
そんなもん、法的制約もないんだし、解釈次第で何とでもなるもんだよ。
Yep. The real world's a scary place, and Miss Misumi seems to feel right at home in it. As such, I'm now out shopping for daily necessities for my upcoming move. I've got no idea what to buy, though. Normally I just get towels, shampoo, house stuff, you know. I have no idea what's already available for use in the dorm and what isn't. It's not like I can ask anyone because I don't have their numbers. That's right, Unozuki. She usually works at cafe around this time, doesn't she? She said she'd be taking a day off from the club activities too, just as I was reporting my absence to Inaba. Right, it won't hurt to check. Hello? Felt odd coming in and announced and blurting an awkward greeting as I stepped inside.
でも
Now there she is, but taking a break on one of the counter seats. Unozuki seems to be deep in thought about something. Feels awkward to call out to her directly, but then again, I can't just keep staring. Oh well, here goes nothing. Unozuki?
みーくん。あれどうしてここにみーくん、岡崎くんが
Through the door, I guess.
そっか。ここお店だし、岡崎くん常連だし、来ても何もおかしくないよね。ごめん。
That's fine, but she's got me incredibly curious now. You called me Mikun just a second ago, didn't you? Wow, I've never seen a person freeze like that before. It's like she's actually turned into an ice sculpture.
いや、
What is it?
聞き間違いじゃないかな？
You said it twice.
聞き間違いにならないかな？
Depends on the reason, I guess. I probably shouldn't mention that it's too late to hide anything at this point since we're having this conversation already.
理由言わなきゃダメだよね。
She slumps down in a heap, hiding her face in her arms. From this angle, I can see her humongous breasts pressing against the one frame of the counter. It's obvious even though through her clothes. I know I shouldn't stare, fuck. No, I shouldn't stare, but my eyes are inevitably drawn to them.
よし。
Yes! I managed to rip my gaze away from her boobs in 0.56 seconds. A new record.
お昼の、ね。
Whoops. Uh-huh. Something about her mannerism tells me that now's not the time to start praising or cooking.
お昼のお弁当のお礼、考えておくって言ったよね。
Ah, yes. Have you come up with something?
それが、みーくん。
Huh? Wait, are you telling me? That you want me?
違うよ。すごく大それたこと言っちゃうね。
But since it's you, Unazuki, I think I could.
めげないな。なんだかのんちゃんと喋ってるみたい。
I'm sorry. It's, just wanted to tease you a bit so I could see you all embarrassed. Can't possibly say that. I just sound like a dumb kid.
ん？な、
In any case, I would appreciate it if we could continue our previous conversation.
今度はうーちゃん？
Ugh.
続きだよね。ほら、岡崎くんってゆきちゃんやのんちゃんと仲良しじゃない？
I think it depends on your definition of getting along, but okay. I often just feel like I'm being used for target practice.
それでお互い呼び方も親しげというか、じゃない？
So that's how Mikun was born?
私もほら同じ部員になったことだし、いつまでもうなずきさん、岡崎くんじゃ遠いかなって。それでいろいろ考えてて、でかっこいい感じより可愛い感じがいいかなとか思ってね。
Ah, it soothes my soul to see her more and more flustered with every word.
岡崎くん？
Ah, I'm sorry, I ended up getting too soothed.
癒され。
She gives me a puzzled look, but I wouldn't be caught dead explaining that. It's alright, you can call me Mikun.
いいの？
What are you talking about? You're the one who came up with the name.
そうだけど、いいの？
Yeah, I'm sure. Could have brought it up at any time. It didn't have to be payback for the lunchbox or anything.
いや、それはタイミングがなかなか。
Ah, you got a point there. It's kind of embarrassing to bring up something like that out of the blue.
うん。
That's quite a vigorous nod. That sure must have been embarrassing for her.
岡崎くんじゃなかった。
Whoops.
岡崎くんじゃなかった。みーくん？みーくんもしずりって呼んでね。
She doesn't just call him Miharu. She's using a nickname. So it shouldn't be that odd for him to call her Shichan or Shizu-chan or something like that.
ああ、聞こえなかったっていうのはなしだよ。私も聞き間違いにしてっていうのは取り消したんだから。
No, isn't calling a name by her first name kind of different though?
ゆきちゃんとのんちゃんはしてるのに、仲間外れ。
I didn't mean it that way.
しずりです。
No, I happen to be familiar with her first name.
名前呼びが恥ずかしかったら、あだ名でもいいよ。ズリはダメ。
I understand why Zuri, because by Zuri and all that. She is, though. Nickname? I don't think I can come up with one right off the bat.
ああ、そっか。私もいっぱい悩んじゃったし。そうだよね。
Really? Does that mean you thought about me the entire day? It's awkward. I can't even.
それじゃあみーくんもいっぱい考える？
No, that mean I'd have to think about nothing but Unazuki for a while. Why is it so embarrassing? It was nowhere near as difficult with Yuki in Kanon.
みーくん悩んでる。
I'd rather she didn't give me that. Oh, he's so cute, look. I really feel like a little kid around her.
みーくんどうしたの？決まらなかったら気が済むまで悩んでくれてもいいよ。
Let's go with Shizuri. I mean, your nickname. It's alright if I just call you Shizuri. Is it alright if I just call you Shizuri?
そっか、呼び方決めてたんだよね。私ちょっと眺めるのに夢中になってて。
I see. She always come up with such embarrassing things to say.
それじゃあ、しずりさんでお願いします。
Understood, I'll do that from now on.
よろしくね、みーくん。
Yes, Shizuri?
はーい。
Mizu. I mean, Shizuri answers, modestly raising her hand to her chest. God, there's just no avoiding this embarrassment once you become aware of it.
ところで今日もバス待ち？コーヒーでいい？
Right, I'm not here for coffee. I actually dropped by to ask you something.
聞きたいこと？
Sorry for asking you to help out with my shopping.
私も必要そうなもの全部はパッと出てきそうにないし、買い物してるうちに気づくかもしれないから。
Thanks. So, after hearing me out, Shizuri accompanies me to the shopping arcade. I just can't get used to calling her by her first name. Definitely feels different from Kano and Yuki. Probably because of her
あら、
personality.
しずりちゃん。今日はデート？
こんにちは。違いますよ。買い出しのお手伝いです。
そうなんだ。
What's that sympathetic look supposed to imply? It really is a misunderstanding. Things continue on the same vein, and we are addressed by one shopkeep after another as we walk through the district. The club must have boosted her profile, but they probably knew her mostly because she's the daughter of a local store owner. They're all her neighbors in a sense. Date, huh? I suppose it could look that way. Thinking about that is making me all nervous.
ねえ、みーくん聞いてた？
I'm sorry, I was spacing out.
全力で謝るなんてかわいいね。
Come on, cut it out already. I feel like she's getting a kick out of embarrassing me. Well, not like I really mind. So what was it?
そうそう、必要なものなんだけど。
So, with Shizuri's insightful advice, I finished my shopping without a hitch. It was more like shopping with an older sister than a date, though. But the vibe is classic Shizuri, so I ended up having a very peaceful, relaxing afternoon. After getting everything I need, we decided to take a short post-shopping break at the Northern Lights.
はーい、みーくん。お待ちどうさま。
Oh. She usually brings over some freshly brewed coffee, just like she always does when I come here. But today she's done much more than just that. Thanks, but are you really sure this is okay?
いいって何か？ああ、もう少し暖房の温度下げた方がいい？
No, I like that it's always so nice and warm in here, but...
私にはちょっと暑いかも。
I was talking about you treating me to a drink.
もちろん、うちにも寄ってこって誘ったのは私なんだもん。
That's true, but then I made you help me with my shopping, so I feel like I should be the one treating you.
みーくんは今日いろいろと出費が多かったでしょ？
Well, yeah, well, that's true. Only bought cheap necessities, but together they added up to be quite a hit to the wallet. It's not just thinking that I was just thinking that I might have to cut down on my steamed bun intake for a while.
そういう金銭的負担があるのが分かってて、それでも入部して寮に入るって決めてくれたわけでしょ？だからね、私としてはせめてこれくらいはってしてあげたくなっちゃうんだよ。私のところに一番最初に聞きに来てくれたのもすごく嬉しかったし、 なんて。
Chizuru lets out a bashful giggle and sits down in the seat in front of me. With a blush gracing her cheeks, she
こ
continues.
れからも新しい環境で何かと困ることは出てくると思うけど、その時は遠慮なく頼ってくれると嬉しいな。
Chizuru. Okay, thank you. That's just the type of person she is. She radiates an aura of warm kindness. Thanks to her, all the anxiety I had about moving instantly flew out the window.
ほんと、おせっかい焼きでごめんね。自分でも困ってるんだ。でも、どうしてもそういうこと気になっちゃって。
No, I'm really grateful for your help. Thanks for the coffee.
どうぞ召し上がれ。
If you insist, I'll continue to indulge myself in your kindness. I really am glad you're in this club. I draw the coffee to my lips as I smile. The warmth that spreads through my body is somewhat reminiscent of Shizuru's own warmth. Ah, it's delicious. I love the coffee you make.
しょか、よかった。
Alright, this may be a strange thing to ask out of nowhere, but could I ask for your phone number?
もちろん、頼ってって言ったの私だし。
Thank you very much. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Take out our phones and just exchange our contact
こ
information.
れでいいかな。
Yep, that should be fine. Thank you very much. There's something reassuring about being able to call you anytime. I'm genuinely happy. It's been a while since we first met, but I finally have her number. That's not all. We'll be living under the same roof starting tomorrow.
やっぱりみーくんかわいい。こんなに素直に甘えてくれるなんて嬉しいな。
I'll be living with a gentle, classy, and beautiful person. That alone is enough to reassure me that my decision to join the Wanta Club wasn't a mistake. Anyways, why is she so fidgety? Her ample breasts jiggle with every little move she makes, and I can clearly make out the shape now that she's taken off her coat. They're a miracle in nature. When she's leaning on the counter, they look so full and soft pressing against the wooden frame. By the way,
何？
I never asked, but are you okay after what happened before?
あれ？
You know, when we bumped into each other at the school gate and I kinda ended up crushing you?
はあ。
That look in her eyes told me she knew what I was talking about all along. I've avoided bringing up that incident so far, but it's been on my mind since it happened. Since I was the one who took you to the nurse's office, kind of feel responsible. So I was wondering if everything went okay after that.
何のことキャニャー。その日が暮れる前に帰ろっか。ほら行こう。ちょうど電車が来る時間だし。お父さん、私たち帰るね。
Yeah, I shouldn't bring it up again. Hint well and truly taken. Damn, I messed up. Since we've been getting along so well, I thought it'd be fine now.
そうだった。今日からは同じ寮に帰るんだから、ごまかしても意味なかったんだった。
So that's what this is about. She must be seriously flustered to not realize she's mumbling out loud. Well, I can't possibly allow myself to react, but whether I can hear her or not.
そういえば。
Yes! Chizuru's voice bursts my thought bubble, and with unusual vigor at that.
初めてだね。
What is?
こうして二人で帰るの。そうだよね。当然だよね。みーくんが暮らし始めるのは今日からなんだし。だから、お帰りなさい、みーくん。
Chizuru?
でもまだついてないよね。私気が早いよね。ごめんね。なんか喋らなきゃって。
No, I was thinking the exact same thing, and I'm sorry. My apology flows naturally as she endearingly fumbles her words. Makes me feel like I should face her straight on and with more honesty. Hey, I won't bring that up again, okay?
何のこと？
I'm still not used to the idea of living with you guys, so I'll probably end up causing everybody a whole heap of trouble, but do my best to fix things every time I mess up. I mean it. So,
みーくん。
Basically, hope you can look after me. I politely bow my head. Now to think about it, I probably should have waited to say this until after we arrive. She usually covers her mouth with her hands and starts giggling as though she's heard something positively hilarious.
大丈夫だよ。もうすぐに着くから。
I don't know if it was because of that conversation, but...
じゃあちょっと待っててね。今鍵開けるから。
Okay, thanks. Speaking of which, am I gonna get a key too?
うーちゃんが合鍵作ってくれてると思うよ。部員は一人一本ずつ持つことになってるから。あ、そうそう。改めて、おかえりなさい。
How many times are you gonna say that?
そうだね。まず、鍵開けようね。
Seems that we're back to talking normally again. Seems like the whole thing ended up being a blessing in disguise. In any case, there's nothing I can do right now, so I just shift my bags and wait for Shizuri. In her panic, she lost the key.
あれ？鍵、どこしまったっけ？あったあった。それじゃあ、あれ？もう、毎度入れづらい鍵穴なんだから。
Don't mind me, I'm just freezing my balls off out here in the icy wind. But I can't tell her to hurry up because I haven't even completely moved in yet. I still kind of feel like I guessed. But is she okay? You're sticking a key in the keyhole can't be that hard, can it? I hope she doesn't freeze her fingers off or something. My entire body is starting to feel numb. I can already see myself having trouble with this key in the future too. I put my bags down, take off my gloves, and blow some hot air on my hands as an emergency measure. Realized Shizuri has stopped fighting with the lock and turned to look at me. I'd appreciate if she could stare at me once we're inside, though. Shizuri?
Hi!
I was just wondering why you stopped.
Yeah. Miku?
Took a few more minutes of fumbling, but the lock finally clicked open and we shuffled our frozen bodies inside. But just as I'm about to head up to the second floor and chuck my bags in my new room, a loud screech echoes through the halls. Huh? What happened?
ごめんなさい。
I'm starting to get used to her constant clumsy apologies. For a second I read sharding instead of starting, and I was very confused. What's going on?
みーくんって冷たかったんだよね。凍えちゃってて温めたかったんだよね。
She talked about when I was waiting for her to unlock the door. I suppose it might have come off as a bit obnoxious, looking like I was trying to hurry her up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
っていうか、私も本当は温めてあげたいって思ってたの。
What?
さっき、みーくんが手をはーってしてたとき、ほら、みーくんが寒がりなのは知ってるし、私ね、体温高い方なの。だからみんなあったかいって喜んでくれて、私もそれが嬉しくてね。それで...
Now she mentions that. I've pretty much seen everyone in the Winter Club hug her constantly over the past few days. Kanon even said that she was charging up her warmth levels or whatever. In other words, Shizuru is not only acting as a kind older sister, but also functions as a human heater.
それで...
And she took off her coat immediately after stepping inside. In that case, she's a warm person, both figuratively and literally. And from what she's saying, I guess she wishes to share that gift with others. But the only time she's shared the warmth with me so far was when we were up on the roof yesterday. Suppose I can't blame her. I'm a man after all. I can't just get carried away and join the girls in their snuggling rituals. But I'd be opposed to having those big soft breasts squash up against me.
だから、みーくんのことも温めてあげたいとは思ってたんだけど。
Chizuru's sudden proposal makes all my thoughts vanish in an instant.
ごめんね。
No, I mean, I'd love to be warmed, but,
だよね。なのにごめんね。ごめんね。
Hey, you don't need to apologize. I mean, I'm a man. I might belong to the club, but it can't possibly treat me the same way as the others.
でも、あったかい方がいいよね。
Well, yeah. Of course I'd love to feel Shizuri's beautiful, voluptuous body against mine. But the very fact I harbor such thoughts is the reason I have to hold back.
でもその
Whoops. Fuck.
でもその恥ずかしくて
Of course. Of course it is. I mean, it'd be creepy if I started randomly hugging you like the others.
そうじゃないの
What? You mean you want me to randomly hug you?
ダメダメダメ恥ずかしいから
Just what does she want from me?
そのねさっき聞かれたことあるよね朝ぶつかっちゃった時のこと
Huh? I thought wouldn't bring that up again.
みーくんあの時はどうもありがとうねさっきはごまかしちゃってごめんなさい
No, I was kind of tactless of me to bring it up, so...
でもあの時私がおしっこ漏らしちゃったって思ったんだよねやっぱりそう思ってたんだ
Is that not what happened?
違うのあれはねすっごい汗かいちゃってたの
What? I swear it looked a bit too wet to be sweat.
やっぱり引いてるそうだよね変な女だよね
I'm not weirded out, I'm just trying to understand how that's even possible.
そういう体質なんだもん自分でも嫌だよ暑くなるとものすごく全身ぐしょぐしょになっちゃうの恥ずかしい
So it happened because we were pressed up against each other? Shizuri nods, her eyes downcast. If I recall correctly, my face ended up buried between her breasts back then, so it was probably the combined effect of heat and embarrassment. I'm already well aware of how prone to getting worked up she is. But it doesn't happen when the others are hugging you, does it?
それはみーくんが特別な人
Huh? What did you mean by that? I'm special? Could it mean that her calling me cute before was actually a pretext to...
みーくんも私と一緒で体温高いよね
Huh? Ah. Suppose I do tend to feel warmer than most people. But since that doesn't change the fact that I hate the cold, I never thought much of it.
だから他のみんなとは平気でもみーくんとはくっつくとあんなになっちゃってあの時みーくんはきっと私がおもらししちゃったって誤解してるんだろうなって思うと今まで説明もしづらくて今も寒がってるみーくん見て温めてあげたいとは思ってたんだけどそれでまた汗ばんじゃったらみーくんも嫌だろうなってだから
See, that's how much she worries about her condition. Yet still, despite it all, she still wants to warm me up. In which case, I suppose I'll have to. I don't mind. These are, of course, my true feelings. Sad or not, there's no way I would feel an aversion to anything this lovely girl would do for me. Honestly, I can't imagine a greater bliss than being warmed up by you just like the others. Of course, I'd never ask you to do it if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
嫌じゃないよしてあげたい
Really?
だってほっとけないもん寒がってるのかわいそうになっちゃうから
The urge to care for the others must be in her
でも
blood.
みーくんこそ本当にいいの引かないまたすごくぐしょぐしょになっちゃうかもしれないよ
So I won't be put off. I'd be more than happy to be warmed up by you. Chizuri's eyes start shimmering as I answer her with no hesitation. That's an odd way to warm him up. Ha! She suddenly grabs my hand and pulls them into her chest.
これでどう
Problematic! It's very warm. But it's not just warm, it's also soft. I mean, her hands are practically buried in her chest. They're trapped between two humongous mounds, making me seriously question if this is okay.
よかったもっとするね
Ah! She pushes me even deeper into her cleavage and then starts massaging her breasts with my hands, still trapped between them. To be completely honest, I feel like my hands are getting a boob job. But Chizuri is so focused on her task she has yet to notice that particular fact. Is it really okay to stay silent and simply accept this sudden development as good luck? Honestly, I can barely hold back anymore. I feel like something hot is rising with the pit of my stomach every time her breasts squeeze my hand.
みーくんの手、どんどんあったかくなってきてる。
Through the fabric of her clothes, I can feel Shizuri's body heating up too. It is seriously toasty. It feels my hands are going to melt. It's amazing. Give in to the pleasure and let it continue for a while until finally... That is a lot of sweat. What?! Suddenly realized that Shizuri is covered head to toe in sweat. How did that happen?
やっぱりなっちゃった。みーくん相手だと
Oh.
恥ずかしい。熱くなっちゃって。こんなぐしょぐしょに。でも
I really appreciate it. Stuttered, but I feel like I have to make sure she knows. It's one thing to hear about it, but actually seeing it is totally different. I just assured her that I wouldn't be put off by it. So...
本当?
Yes, it made my day.
よかった。なら私も嬉しい。やっぱりみーくんにこうしてあげたい。こうしたい。
Shizuri smiles, her eyes shimmering. Just how nice a person could she possibly be? And how can she be completely unaware of how sexy she is? I mean, those little moles that escape her lips every time she moves. The side of those mouths with rivulets of sweat running through the valley between them. Her defined curves fully exposed when her clothes turn see-through due to the moisture. All these things are positively driving me insane. I wouldn't mind doing this again sometime, Shizuri. I can't suppress the urge to blurt out my feelings. Wait for the longest 2 seconds ever before she replies. She gives me a cheerful smile, followed by a quick nod. Warm sensation clung to my fingers for hours after the event. Hours, yes. A little later.
カノンさんとユキちゃん、ただいま帰りました。
おかえり。寒かったでしょ？
寒かった。さすが冬。というわけで、レッツしずりもふもふ。
ですね。いただきまーす。
二人とも耳まで冷たくなっちゃってるね。
今日はユキちゃんとスノボのタンデムに挑戦してましたんで。
耳で風を切ってた。だからもふもふもふ。
わあ、しずり先輩の体温は冬のごちそうですね。むしろこのために体を冷やして帰ってきたってくらいのもんですよ。
もう大げさなんだから、のんちゃんは。
Kano and Yuki showed up at the door about an hour after us, and they've been snuggling Chizuri to warm themselves ever since. They're already getting used to seeing the scene. They're doing the same thing I did, but the vibe's completely different. She merely looks like an older sister, even a mother playing with her cute kids. While in my case, it was more like... Our eyes met. With a slight sense of deja vu. The situation feels very similar to when we were watching the icicle tray. We both quickly averted our eyes, growing embarrassed. We both looked away at the same time. Does that mean...
しずりんどうかした？急に生理が来た的なあれ？
的なあれってそのまま言っちゃってるよ。
来たのは美晴先輩ですしね。遅ればせですがようこそです。今日からよろしくお願いします。
とりあえずめでたいし、今夜はお赤飯だ。
ごめんね。もち米は用意してないから、普通にお鍋かな。
鍋。ほらい、これぞ冬の晩ご飯。今日から先輩にもたらふく食べさせる。そう。我らが桃源教館に引っ越してきたからには、先輩に冬の魅力をたっぷり教えてやる。
ちなみに冬部の晩ご飯は驚異の鍋率を誇ってますよ。
とりあえず、うーちゃんたちが帰ってきたらご飯にするからね、みーくん。
Sure. Prayasi Mikuri and Miss Misumi come home soon after. I received blessings from all the members of the Winter Club, commemorating the day I finally moved into their dome. When Chizuri and my eyes meet again, we bashfully look away once more.
なんだかあれから みーくんといっぱい目が合っちゃったな。でもみーくん、嫌だったんじゃないよね。本当に引かないでいてくれたし、私がしたいっていうの、笑って受け入れてくれたし、しかも、これからもって。嬉しいよ。みーくんの手、ちゃんと温めてあげられてよかった。やっぱり、すっごく汗ばんじゃったけど、恥ずかしかったけど、服、透けちゃってたの気づかなかったし。みーくんは気づいてたのかな。でも、気持ちよかった。みーくんの熱い手と、私の体、汗ばんで、ニュルニュル擦れて、気持ちよかった。また、していいんだ。いやいや、私何考えてるの？そういうのダメ。もうやだ。こんな変態みたいな。でも、みーくんと約束したんだから、これからも。
Okay, it's finally coming together. Okay, does this motherfucker have like 4 separate heating units? Like an actual like inbuilt heater, then he got like a heater there, fucking heater there, fucking kotatsu. I had a deep breath after having finally finished arranging the things I bought today for my new room. Hard to believe I'll be living here from now on. Since the dorm used to be an inn, my room is larger than any other dorm room and comes with the top-notch facilities. It even has a Western-style bed. Top of that, it appears to have been cleaned recently. But the part I appreciate the most is the wide selection of heating equipment. Apparently the others brought up a selection from the shed in preparation for my arrival, knowing how bad I am with the cold. It's the best present I could have wished for. I'll have to find a way to thank them later somehow. In any case, I'll have to get up early in the morning, so I'd better get to sleep. That said, today passed by surprisingly uneventfully. Our bathrooms on the first and second floors, and if I shower in my ensuite, I don't have to worry about anything like yesterday's incident happening again. I even got to partake in Chizuri's delicious homemade meals. Can't believe I'll be able to eat so well every day from now on. Alright, tell Chizuri how much I appreciated her cooking. I don't remember if I did. I've been pretty overwhelmed with moving and all the other new things here. I should say something to her tomorrow. Chizuri. That hand-warming thing felt so good. Just remembering it fills me with joy again. It's making me blissfully drowsy. Does this look about right? Tap the snow sculpture with the shovel a few more times and nod. But from memory, but I have to say, it's the perfect image of Yudamaru.
いや、全然違えから。なってないから。何？雪像作り舐めてんの？全然芸術になってねえよ。
Really? But you kinda look like
ち
this.
げえよ。このてめえ。どんな形かそのびで感じやがれ。ほら。
Wake up! Get off me, I can't breathe!
どうだ？わかるか？俺の尻はこんな感じだ。
Stop! On my face! Ah!
こうか、こうか？
Stop! 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 My own scream pulls me out of my sleep. Oh, it's just a dream. For some reason, I feel a weight on my legs. With my eyes to see. Yudamaru?
良きだし。
Oh, it's just you. Don't surprise me like that. Huh? Ah! What are you... Don't...
静かにして。もう深夜だし。
Are you kidding me? What are you doing here?
うーん。
What the hell? Why are you taking pictures?
何言ってるかよくわかんないし。
You can infer what I mean anyway.
あ。ぐんぐんぐんぐんぐんぐん。
You're trying to communicate with me like this. What's wrong with you? But now's not the time to point out the many wrongs in this situation. I have to come up with a way to escape this. I'll twist my hips like this. No way, I can't move at all. You're gonna mobilize someone completely just by putting your weight on their hips? Yuki narrows her eyes smugly as I attempt to flail about.
Mm.
Cut that out! Unable to contain myself, I managed to pull away the hand covering my mouth and subsequently realized the most ridiculous part of this whole situation. My hands were free all along. What are you doing here? I'd like an explanation both about the time and your position.
深夜、先輩の部屋で、先輩の腰の上にまたがって押し倒してる的なあれ
I know what you're doing. I want to know why you're doing it.
なら、正式な部員になったからには、本格的な冬漬けにしてあげようと思って。
And you try to do that like this?
そう。寝ている間に冬の良さをじっくり語ってあげてた。俗に言う睡眠学習的なあれ。ちなみに、今は雪像作りと湯だまるについて語ってた。
So you're to blame for that awful dream.
先輩、うるさい。夜。
Are you simply unable to see yourself from an objective point of view?
そうじゃなくて。
失礼します。大丈夫ですか、ミハル先輩。何やら今大声が敵襲ですか？
Huh?
ほら、先輩が騒いじゃうから。
Huh? This is my fault now?
まあ岡崎くんが無事でよかったよ。
That voice. Is Inaba here too? Turn my head and squint through the darkness. I have to censor. 3-1-27? 3-1-27. What happened to your clothes?
んいつも寝るときはこれだが
I've heard of people who sleep naked, but I've never anyone who wears nothing but a scarf. Please, just get some to cover yourself.
ではそうだな、とりあえず布団の中に失礼しよう。
You still have sleep, aren't you? Wake up! You can't. I can already see where this is going.
それでユキちゃん、何してるんですか
3-2.
予売。
Don't put it like that.
なんだ。では私が布団に入っても寝たかぶりになるのか。
Wait, that's not the part you should be concerned about. I really have no idea how any of her jokes, or her head for that matter, work. Anyway, could you all just get out of my room? I have to censor that again. 3-2-40. 3-2-40. So that's what happened.
なるほど、ユキちゃんの布教活動だったんですね。
もう一息だったのに。
In what way? What on earth gave you that impression? All of us are gathered in the upstairs hall when I recount the full story. While I recount the full story. Luckily, Himaguri and Shizuri appear to be heavy sleepers, since they didn't wake up when I shouted. What did you hope to achieve by brainwashing me anyways?
ああ、その通りだ。屈服させたいのなら、正々堂々、これでもかというぐらい攻撃に攻撃を重ねて膝をつかせるべきだよ。
Like, I'm still unable to tell if she has like a regular ponytail or if she has like twin tails, but one twin tail is like far longer than the other. Like her hairstyle confuses me. I officially have no idea. I'll just take it that she's got like one ponytail and it's just weirdly drawn. I'm not sure how to feel about that statement either.
真の冬は短い。早くどうにかしないと手遅れになるし。
Come on, stop talking like I need immediate therapy or something.
しかしこの辺りの冬が短いのは事実。9ヶ月ぐらいしかないしね。
Huh? Isn't that 3/4 of the year? Please tell me you're kidding.
その中でも、あ、冬だなーと感じるのは6ヶ月ぐらいですよ。
Sounds like more than enough to me. You guys must be nuts.
まあユキが焦る気持ちもわかる。よし、こうなったら明日からまた岡崎くんが冬を好きになるようにいろいろとプレゼンを。
ちょい待ったし、うさうさ。
ん？
これはある意味、先輩からユキへの挑戦状。受けて立つ。が、
What? How do you always end up with such weird conclusions?
ん？
No, I should be giving you a puzzled look here.
まあいい。
Don't start acting all pouty either.
ともかく、明日絶対に冬好きにするから、お覚悟されたし。
うわー、盛り上がってきましたね。挑戦状、ちょっとしたブームですよ。
いいね。切磋琢磨するユキ。また何か新しい伝説が期待できそうだね。
ふんふん。
No idea how, but it seems like I've riled up our resident child of winter. Ah, damn, why does it always have to be like this? The next morning. Barely make out a familiar-looking skirt fluttering in my still drowsy vision. Then someone's footsteps. What could it be? Yuki?
早く起きるべし。
6 in the morning. It's still dark outside.
それでも冬の朝だし。
What have you done? It's so cold! Holy crap!
空気の入れ替え。よどんだ荒れ臭い部屋も、冬の朝の空気が清めてくれる的なあれ。
Don't make it sound worse than it is. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stink in here. I hope not, at least.
うん。冬に助けられたし。
Hey, isn't it a rude to go sniffing of someone's sheets? I haven't even rubbed a single one out in this room yet. There's no way I can smell them pure in here. This morning I started on a seriously messed up note. Close the window! I'm freezing to death here!
深呼吸してみて。
No way! But then I remember I swore not to write up things without trying them first.
どう？惚れた？
No, it's still too early and I'm still too cold.
でも目覚めてるし。
I guess I am.
じゃあ、このまま朝の雪像作りにゴー！
Wait a second, hey. It's so cold, it's like I'm stuck in an endless frozen night.
形にとらわれてるうちは二流だし。
I'd appreciate some context before you start talking like some kung fu master. But then again, I have to admit that I must be a little dopey since I was gullible enough to follow her outside. So what exactly do you want to do?
まずは雪像の基礎作りから。
Ah, the thing that Kanon built before, right? How did you do that again? It's even colder when you're standing still, so I'm just glad to do anything that allows me to move around. Maybe it'll turn out to be fun one, actually surprisingly fun once I actually try
あ
it.
あ、いいことしてますね。私もぜひ混ぜちゃってください。
最近太ももが大きくなってきたかのかのはダメ。
その情報いりますか？まあ、スノボって足腰鍛えられるんですよね。
Damn, she's actually managed to make sense of the conversation. I'm not sure if she's actually just that versatile, or she simply doesn't care. I don't mind if she helps us.
今日は先輩の特訓だし。
特訓、それは邪魔できませんね。
Well, that seems to have triggered something weird in her. Yuki's probably doing this for my sake, at least for her perspective, so I might as well play along for the time being. Right, I think that's about right.
これで完成とか言う気ならケツの穴に雪人参ぶち込むレベル。
You're the one person I wouldn't put that past. What are you doing carrying vegetables around anyway?
雪だるまの花パーツ。いつでも作れるように常備してる的なあれ。
Right, I
微妙
understand.
な顔をしてないで雪を持って。雪像王への道は一日にしてならず。
If the road is so long, then why do you always try to change me overnight? pointing out every nonsensical part of the situation takes until sunrise, and soon it's time for breakfast.
はいみーくん、ホットミルク。朝ごはん運んでくるから、それまでこれでも飲んで温まってて。
Thank you very much, Shizuri. Receive a bashful smile as I take the mug from Shizuri. She leans over to me slightly and whispers something only I can hear.
まだ2日目だけど、くすぐったいね。
Yeah.
じゃあね。
Oh, Shizuri. The lunch you made for me was amazing, thank you.
ありがとう、みーくん。
Shizuri mumbles her reply in a hushed voice as her lips curl up into another smile. Oh, this is really embarrassing. But I'm sure we'll get used to it sooner or later. I might lose my mind if I
おは
don't.
ようさん。うえ。
Good morning, Miss Misumi. What's wrong? Do you have a hangover?
なんか、リビングに入った瞬間、吐き気とジンマシン出たんだけど、何？岡崎、何かラブコメ展開でもしてた？
Is that really the first thing you have to say in the morning? You're all scratching your belly at that?
いやー、私ね、こう他人のイチャコラした幸せな空気に当てられると、なんていうのかな。多分これ。
That's the most misanthropic disease I've heard of in my
多分
life.
これ、ラブコメアレルギーだわ。病気言うな、病気って。性病みたいじゃねえか。
I mean, more like a mental health issue? That could be a mental STD in a certain sense. Can't imagine if you do what you do at Christmas or on Valentine's Day.
ああ、心構えができてると大丈夫。だけど、なんかこう、不意に来た時に
Sorry, but I can't say I know how you feel. I've got a pretty good guess. Isn't that way to suppress the symptoms?
いろいろあるけど、まあ、友達から別れたとか、失恋したとか、離婚したとかいう連絡が来たら一発だね。
Abuse at the time of day doesn't affect your nastiness one bit. It's too early for this.
うっせえな。ね、ラブで米ってたのか？
This is the first time I've seen anyone pick a fight over something like this.
たく。まあいいや。飲まなきゃやってらんねえわ。
Rumbling under her breath, Miss Misumi picks up a nearby bottle and yanks the cork out with her teeth like a grizzled pirate, or maybe an orc. No, Miss Misumi, you seriously shouldn't drink this early in the morning.
はあ？これは黒酢だよ。マンゴーの黒酢。
Oh, you drink condiments straight from the bottle like a seasoning pro. I don't know if she consumed that stuff for health reasons or just masochistic pleasure, but either way I can't help but feel like it's not the correct way to drink vinegar. Honest God, vinegar is fucking tasty. Like, I was always the one in the family that after we finished eating, like, salad with, like, a vinegar dressing, would just grab the bowl and just drink the vinegar that was left in the bowl.
グビグビグビ。くっそまじい。おはようって先生、またラッパ飲みして。ダメって言ってるじゃないですか。ほら、胸元までこぼれちゃってるし。今拭きますから。ああ、ほんとだ。悪い悪い。って、岡崎、父ばっか。
Oops, I don't think you need to worry, I don't have a single naughty thought. If anything, I'm just thinking how much I'm learning from your existence as a living bad example. I swear I'll never forget the things you've taught me.
お前も結構言うよな。先生、さすがにちょっと反省したわ。朝から大変だね、岡崎くんも。
Himiguri gives me a wry smile. She sits down at the table across from me. Well, I've got to get used to this sooner or later if I'm planning to live here long term.
そうだね。こんなのまだ序の口だし。
Himiguri, either consciously or subconsciously, possesses an uncanny knack for verbally stabbing people in a roundabout way.
いやー、おはよう。
おはようございます。
Then I realize someone's missing. Oh well, I don't see Yuki anywhere. I haven't seen her since she cajoled me into making that snow sculpture in the pitch black early hours of the morning.
ユキはここだし、ご飯を作るのを手伝ってくれていたの。
I see. You sure she can even cook?
鍋奉行は料理的なあれに含めて OK？
ゆきちゃんの奉行するお鍋は絶品ですよね。
そうだね。あの甘くてトロトロのお鍋を生み出す鍋奉行っぷり、また見たいな。
まあもう鍋以外は作らなくていいレベルだしな。その一極集中型というのか？
I think I get what you mean. It's probably why everyone keeps mentioning her pot rather than her cooking. I'd assume her specialization is not really cooking the food, but rather managing the hot pot. She is probably the one who prepares the base ingredients. How about you help with breakfast? Are you practicing?
まさか本気的なあれ。さあ先輩、むさぼるがいいし。
Without a tray of breakfast is placed on the table in front of me. Huh? What is this?
あさりの味噌汁の冬仕立てに、焼き鮭の冬仕立てに、ひじきのおひたしの。
No, you say those are winter dishes. All you did was put vanilla ice cream on otherwise perfectly normal breakfast foods. The miso soup is particularly turned into a soda float like abomination of the culinary arts.
食べられなくはない。
You should apologize to the person who went to the effort to cook all these before you got your wintry hands on them.
でもゆきちゃんがみーくんのために張り切って作ったんだよ。
You can't spoil her like this.
頑張って。アイス乗せたし。
That's seriously all you did? And only on my food too?
もうすでにみんな冬時だし。
Expressed the urge to turn to Himeguri. Damn, she even put ice cream on my rice. This is bullying. That's what this is.
岡崎くん、
What?
食わず嫌いは？
You're bringing that up now?
先輩、本当に美味しいし、殺されたと思って食べてみれ。
So you admit this stuff is going to kill me? Just how does the mind of this girl work? That's the main issue is the look in her eyes. She truly thinks this is delicious and she hasn't done any of it out of malice. While the others seem to be encouraging me to reward her for her misguided but pure efforts. In that case, wish me luck! Clasped my hands together and let out a shout to psych myself up. Turns out that small step is vitally important. I would have never been able to finish her concoction if I hadn't been mentally prepared. But I gotta say, the taste was, well, more wintry than I was ready for.
岡崎くん。
Mitsuhashi addresses me as I'm laying crumpled in a pile with my head resting on my desk. I answer to the best of my ability.
ねえ、姫栗ちゃん。何？なんか今日の岡崎くん、モーターのイカれた扇風機みたいな声しか出さないけど、大丈夫なの？多分、朝ちょっとお腹壊してたみたいだけど。そうなんだ。道理で今日一度も特等席に来なかったわけだ。そんで、岡崎くん、もう大丈夫なの
？My stomach's feeling alright, but you just woke me up and I'm still not fully in the land of the living.
ガチ寝してたんだ。そういや、さっきのゆかちゃんの授業もマジ寝してたのに、ゆかちゃんってば珍しくスルーしてたね。ああ、そういえばそうだったね。不憫だったんだろうな。朝も真っ青になりながら完食してたし。なんぞ言った？でも、体調が戻ったみたいでよかったよ。よし、じゃ、ちゃっちゃと言ってもらいましょうか。あっち、お客さん。
Why did you just call me? Puzzled, I raised my head to see.
やっは。ゆきちゃん。やー。
Himeguri waves and follows us out of the classroom. This seems to pique the curiosity of our classmates, some of whom start peeking at us through the doorway.
あの子って確か冬部の？マフラーの貴婦人のお弟子さんだよ。
問題はなぜその弟子ちゃんが岡崎くんを呼び出したのかだよ。貴婦人との三角関係。
Damn, I'm gonna end up at the center of this of all sorts of ridiculous rooms if I don't clear this up now. What's up?
お昼のお誘い的なあれ。
Lunch. That's fine, but I usually eat with the guys in class, so I've gotta tell them first.
うん。
あ、それじゃあ私も友達に。
ええ。先輩と二人きりがいい。
Excuse me?
ほほほ
Oh no, the severity of such a surprise has melted Himaguri's brain.
なに冬部のみんなでとかじゃなくて、キャーあ、来たこれ二人ってそういう仲なの？
冬部の中はドロドロ。これは崩壊必至。妄想がはかどる。
引っ越してきて3ヶ月でこんな修羅場を生み出すなんて、岡崎美晴なんて末恐ろしい男。
Guys, chill. I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but none of your ideas are even remotely close to the mark. And then Mitsuhashi joined the gossiping throngs anyway. This girl seriously pops up everywhere.
ねえ、今日は不定期というか、部長の思いつきでやってる冬部の集まりじゃないの？
違う。今日はユキと先輩のガチタイマン。略してガチマン的なあれ。
ああ、朝言ってた、あれか。
そう、ガチマン。先輩、ユキとガチマンするし。
You've really taken a liking to that word, haven't you?
よく聞こえないけど、なんかマンマン言ってない？一体何マンなの？
そりゃおめえなあ、言わせんなよオタク。
The gallery's getting excited again. Mitsuhashi's even giving me a thumbs up and an encouraging look.
先輩、ユキとガチマン、いや。
Well, that depends. Is it going to involve more of your special winter cuisine? Because I don't think my stomach can handle 2 of those meals in a row.
心配ご無用。今回はお鍋を用意してるし。
Really?
よかったね。あったかそうで。
Yeah! Oh, but what about my lunchbox for the day? Didn't have time to grab mine because of what's happening in the
う
morning.
ん。今日はユキと先輩だけなしでいいって伝達済み。
I see. Yeah, it seems like she's actually been taking this pretty seriously. Alright, I get it. Let's see what you've got.
じゃあ行く。今はいい感じに煮詰まっているはず。
Huh? You already set it up? Where is it?
あそこ。
With that, Yuki opens the hall window.
冬を満喫できる特等席。
I'm going to catch a cold! And then retrieving the hot pot and eating in the classroom. That said, having something like that in the classroom felt really weird. But our death continued even after that. I think you're kind of wrong about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye-bye.